Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back again. Now, since I've gotten everyone's promise not to run, here's what we're watching tonight. It's a video from our friend Russian Vids, and the title is The Earth is Flat, Just Don't Tell Anyone. Wait for it. 4-hour documentary.
4 hours.
We're all being trolled. We're all being trolled. Oh my god.
Fudge my life.
Is this going to have to be a 4-part?
Existence is pain.
4-part. If you think it's only going to be a 4-part, it's Russian
We
Vids.
can barely get through 10 minutes.
Did I not say it's
You're
Russian
assuming
Vids?
it'll take...
Hey, you didn't say 2017 was going to be all Russian vids all the time. I mean,
We don't have to cover the whole thing because either if it's something important, we'll go back to it in a future vid, or a lot of what he does is repetition. Not to the extent of the last one we did, but yeah, getting there. Oh, Andy. Hey, Andy, how are you? Andy DeWitt's on. Nice.
This is why we can't have nice things.
This is why we can't have nice things. All right. Oh, I'll have you know, because I have been asked. I show in offline. I just for OBS showing the theater screen. I have been asked, where the hell was the pug prior to this? Because we had movie viewers, but people are claiming that Buster was not present for these screenings. This is
not to ask silly questions and they won't get silly answers.
This is not true. Saying for one of these, Buster the atheist pug not being present, he certainly was present. It's just it wasn't until now that they actually provided one of those booster seats. So there's the explanation for those who asked.
Reasonably explained. Well,
Seems legit.
All right, well, let's get started and see what foolishness Russian Vids intends on throwing at us today.
Anybody got that 6-second timer ready?
Oh yeah, wait. That is true. Okay, somebody. You know what? A count is good enough. A count is fine. Here we go.
Somebody in the audience has got our back, I'm sure.
I would imagine.
That's right. There isn't going to be enough porn and therapy to undo all this.
All right, let's let him get started.
Oh no.
So you spin, when you spin pizza dough, it kind of flattens out.
Yeah.
Gets wider in the middle, and so Earth, throughout its life, even when it formed, it was spinning, and it got a little wider at the equator than it does at the poles. So it's not actually a sphere; it's oblate, and officially it's an oblate spheroid. That's what we call it. But not only that, it's slightly wider below the equator than above the equator.
A little chubby.
Oh, public service message to everyone and anyone. That was not Russian Vids.
Here.
A little chubbier.
Yeah.
Chubby's a good way. It's like pear-shaped.
So Neil deGrasse claims the Earth is shaped like a pear. NASA, with their composite images from their website, show a ball Earth, a sphere. So someone's not telling the truth.
This is bad. I hear
say
a lot
bull.
of Mason breathing and not a lot of
And
deGrasse
people would wonder
Tyson
why.
Okay.
Good. It's not just me.
All
I
right.
thought
So,
my brain just permanently just trying to block it out. Okay, good.
all right. So the movie audio is low.
This is quite low, yes.
Let's see if I can do anything about that.
You know what? Just don't fix it. Don't bother fixing it. I'm sure it'll all become fine eventually.
You're hoping we can't hear him.
No, I didn't say that.
That was sneaky. Hello.
You're not fooling anybody. You are trying to silence the flat earther.
We're not
Right.
that drunk yet, man.
Well, he said not to tell anyone, so it's all his fault.
Maybe that's it. Maybe he's whispering. Anyway, I'm just. Oh wait, drink. Did anyone notice already he was into it? Hopefully somebody was counting the seconds. He went into the oblate spheroid, wider below the equator, etc. Then mentioned the pear-shaped thing, and then Russian Vids comes up to somebody's lying. It's not shaped like a pear. It looks like a circle. Okay. Slightly pear-shaped was the key phrase there. It's not a giant pear in space.
He's talking about a woman's butt. Anyways, God, get over it.
All right.
I also probably should mention that they always quote mine the part. I think it's right after that where he says that the difference between it is basically if you looked at the Earth as a sphere and you just basically, if you're big enough to hold it in your hands, the grooves in your hand would be bigger than the difference between the highest point and the lowest point. So basically, he says essentially it's a perfect sphere, but they always quote mine that part out because that's the most honest way to show your case.
Exactly, and the best part is it's right after it. Same as when they take stuff out of text, where the very next sentence refutes what they're saying.
Right.
Oh, those are the best.
I love it.
Hey, how'd we end up Masonless? What the heck happened? Ah, it looks like Mason had dropped off. Well, hopefully he'll be back quick.
Maybe he was having some audio problem.
He has an audio problem every week. I never hear him say anything.
I myself have an audio problem. I speak. All right,
we don't hold it against Josiah.
Let's let him continue.
They would lie to us all this time about the Earth being a sphere. What people need to understand is the so-called elite that run this world, their control method is to keep us dumbed down and deceived. They are the so-called Illuminati, or the enlightened ones. Now, these so-called elite that rule this world, if their main method of control is to keep us dumbed down and deceived, why would they share their knowledge? Question everything. Question everything you've been told from the start. And take a look at this children's record album, My World is Round. This is a perfect example of conditioning the young minds. And for the people that trust in science, here's an example exposing a lie called evolution. Here's a fossil of a coelacanth fish, supposedly a 350 million year old fossil. And compared to the coelacanth of today, there's absolutely no signs of evolution with this fish. So what's the deal?
Okay, Drink, I'm no coelacanth expert, but it's not the same fish. I mean, it's still a coelacanth, but it's not the identical item. Anyway, has the audio of the movie improved at all?
Not for me.
Heck, let me.
Not really, no.
All right, I'm gonna
Still
try.
pretty low.
Yeah, I'm trying not to.
I still hear somebody breathing.
All right, all right, all of you. There will be no more breathing.
Stop breathing so we can hear Russian vids. Damn it!
All
You're
right.
ruining the experience.
All right, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna try and jack up the audio of just the video on the mixer panel without overdriving this. So let's see what happens. As always, yell Drink if there's anything stupid, and if the audio happens to get good, somebody say that's good. All right, on we go.
People need to realize we've been lied to from day one. And it just so happens the theory of evolution
That's
is
good.
the
Keep
exact
it there.
opposite of what the Bible says.
Okay.
Much better. Wait.
From the sun before
Why
the
is he
earth.
going on to evolution? I thought this was supposed to be about flat Earth.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess they're pretty much the same. I said, why is he talking about
They're all the
evolution?
same thing.
I guess they're practically the same thing.
And you forgot to yell Drink. -1 point.
Oh. Minus 10 points from Gryffindor.
Oh, no, and since let's see. Actually, since what's
Oh, and Sai,
yeah.
I hate to say this.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? You
What?
didn't call Drink on my not calling Drink. I -1 point for you. So there.
Damn it!
Shout out. That's not a real rule. Hey, it looks like everybody in the chat is saying the audio is coming in fine, from what I can tell. But
Okay. Well, I brought up the mixer panel and jacked it up to where theoretically it should be overdriven. But remember, this is the first week we're using that new virtual audio cable, and apparently there's some loss. So as long as it's good and everyone can hear, if any one of you guys or anyone watching in the chat, if you can't hear it, say. Oop, Factard says it's loud. Factard,
Yeah.
like too loud or good loud? What do you guys think? Too loud or good loud?
I think when you turned it up, it probably turned up for them more than it was already okay for them.
Yeah. It's a bit
And
weird.
so now it's a real loud for them, but for us, it's now just legible, but overly bearingly loud for them.
Oh my.
That's my guess.
Okay, sounds okay. Okay, all right. Well, let's continue. Folks in the chat, if it's too loud, please say, and we're going to start up again here. Here we go.
I'll keep an eye on the public one.
Okay.
For birds, I mean, every aspect of evolution. And why is this? Satanists work on opposites, and those that control this world have blinded those that don't believe. I mean, every aspect of our life is controlled by these Satanists that rule this world.
Drink. The Pope
So for
was
someone
never
that
at a
believes-
Satanist meeting.
All right. Duly noted. It's
Why didn't they? Why? We should
I
all
was
just
at
have
that meeting and he
we all
was
just
not there.
we all just need some Satanism in our life. You know what I mean?
That's what Satan's saying.
I'm guessing. But yeah, with this guy, everything. It's not one or two or 10 conspiracy theories have to be. It's all of them. Anything.
Look at Mrs. Bush putting up the devil horns right now. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
That's not the double horns. That's the like.
I've seen any hand motion you make, any hand motion, and if someone
Masonic.
takes a picture of it, it's Masonic, it's demonic, it's hell. People freak out over the Vulcan live long and prosper thing,
No. Who does?
which I had some friends living in Virginia. They had an apartment and they put one on their door, a nice little hang-up thing. It said "Welcome, live long and prosper," and they got an anonymous note from one of their neighbors saying, "We don't appreciate devil signs around here."
Wow.
That was a little bit frightening.
I wonder how they feel about Vulcan neck pinches.
We don't tolerate satanic neck pinches around here. All right, let's go on.
It's an evolution. You know, you talk about God with them. You know, it's too late for them. You know, they've been down a path full of lies and deception where there's no turning back. Like I said, they've been completely blinded. I mean, here are a few examples.
Okay, for everyone, in case the word blinded confused you, he's got a picture of it here for you to see. This is blinding someone. It's very helpful. Thank you, Russian Vids. We do appreciate the visual aids.
I was gonna say
Of those
drink.
in this world.
Okay,
And again, I can't say
That's
this
not-
enough.
How is that blinding someone? You're leaving like tons of gaps for them to look through in your hands.
You can totally see through that.
Totally. That is very inefficient blinding.
Okay.
That's
Penalty.
how Masons blind people.
He had the entire internet to look for like someone like actually covering someone else's eyes. You know, he went for the one where like you can really actually see through it.
Okay. Penalty, Russian Vids. Ineffective blinding.
You can get a
no
picture
one
of
makes
somebody
the top of this
covering
world
Janet Jackson's tits. You can get a
unless you
picture
go
of somebody
along
covering
with
someone
these
else's eyes,
Satanists.
all right?
And taking a look at, for example, Oprah Winfrey.
I need to
Am I
She
wrong?
named
watch
her
out when
studio.
you're drinking.
What did I miss?
I almost had a spit take. So close. I need to
Jackson's
drink
tits.
carefully, my friends.
Indeed. This is dangerous work we do.
Studios, Harpo
Someone's gotta do it.
Studios, which is Oprah in reverse. I mean, you take a look here at Michael Jackson's backslide, also known as the moonwalk, and so they go out of their way to
Am I fucking
devise
psychic or what?
everything they do based on.
Okay, drink. Anything that happens in backwards for effect or whatever is apparently linked and related to the Illuminati, the Freemasons, and I guess chemtrails. So
If there's no such thing as the moon, how can there be such thing as a moonwalk? Illuminati confirmed. Drink.
excellent call.
The law of reversal. And taking a look here at the music group Criss Cross, and you see their
boy.
clothes backward,
Oh, wow.
and you also see the
Pretty good.
text on this album cover with words backwards as well. I mean, all this stuff is hidden right in plain
What?
sight.
What?
And again, I can't stress.
Objection.
I'm so horribly confused.
And
What is happening?
That's a damn good question.
I'm a little
I think I know how this is a 4-hour documentary. For the first 2 hours, it's just going to be this, and I have no idea what's happening.
I think what's happening is any one of Russian Vid's personality seems to have free reign to jump to the forefront and speak. And then seconds afterwards, another one of his personalities jumps up and speaks something completely different and unrelated, except with the common theme of Satanism, demonism, Illuminati, Freemasons, chemtrails, etc., etc. All right, I didn't get what's with the M&M thing. It's I don't.
I just don't question it. Don't question it. The less we question it, the faster we'll get through it.
Good point. Only thing I can think of is, ooh, there's a backwards E. It's backwards. Ah, devil!
Just enough. It's all by design, not coincidence. And you'll see the law of reversal hidden in plain sight with movies as well. In this scene from the 1980 movie Flash Gordon, with Clytus and his hourglass with the sands running up.
Damn you! I said I want to see her! Really? Flash Gordon? Why is he doing this?
As if
That movie was a classic. Why is he butchering it?
see, I was about to say, as if that movie didn't kill itself. I mean, yes, it's a classic in the same way that Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is a classic.
Yes!
Oh, no, don't bring up tomatoes around Russian bits. Don't do it, man. You know where this is going.
Oh my! I may have said trigger.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, he will jump on that like it's chocolate cake.
You have until the sands run out.
Now taking a look at this NATO plane, and it just so happens to say OTAN, which of course is NATO in reverse.
Isn't it also the order of words you would use in? It would be French, wouldn't it? North American Treaty Organisation Treaty. I'm thinking.
Well, I don't know if that's exactly it, but it would be something kind of backwards-ish.
Yeah, this is not. It's not. It's just because
Also,
NATO is how we would. It's how we would put the words together to make the acronym. And I know that the OTAN is from, and I think it's from the French. I'm not 100% sure. They are headquartered in Belgium, are they not? Yeah, Supreme. No, that's SHAPE. Supreme Headquarters Allied Powers Europe. Yeah, that's in Belgium. All right.
Also, did you really think that this is going to be some kind of secret? Oh, we'll take the word NATO, and then we'll put it backwards. No one will notice. We are geniuses. This is how they took over the world so easily. This is how they did it. They put words backwards in things. People never saw it coming.
It did kind of sneak up on me, I have to say. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, how far have we gotten in? Oh, 4.5 minutes.
Oh, joy.
And the funny thing is about NATO and the UN, and this is all part of the New World Order that George Bush spoke about back in 1991.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Interesting enough, at the end of that clip with George Bush speaking about the New World Order, they show a globe, that sphere, the false image of the world we live in. And going back to science, which is basically the law of reversal, taking a look at the Bible where it says the sun rises.
Okay.
What?
Who wants to get the points on this? Somebody else drink on that. Science is the law of reversals.
Basically.
Did you say science? I thought he maybe have said signs.
I
honestly couldn't tell.
I would back it up. I would back it up to C, but no.
Don't. Yes. Okay. We agree.
Because in this case, I think I'm.
I'm calling drink on you for even suggesting that.
All right, fine. And this is the one time I feel justified in using this justification, which is I'm not backing it up because reasons.
Excellent. That's good enough.
All right. Oh, look, we've got their favorite GIF here with the sun zipping around over a flat Earth.
Rises and the sun goes down and hastens to the place where it rises.
Well said.
Drink. Look, right in his own thing. Sun rises and sun goes down. Does he show the sun rising and going down? No, he does not. He shows it circling overhead. Jesus, I thought that was a good catch. Nobody. All right, fine.
So you see how science is the exact opposite of what the Bible says. And for more detailed information on the flat Earth,
yeah, he did.
I recommend deepinsidetherabbithole.com.
Oh, great.
And now I'm going to play a previous video I made on the
Just
subject.
a game.
The more I look into
He's
the
actually
flat Earth
oh god, those cards.
Oh, what?
What?
What is this now? Okay, well, we'll let it go, but I'm hesitant.
subject, the more I'm convinced there's something to it. When you have a guy like David Ridlin making a video pushing the moon hoax, pushing
Who's
the
that?
International Space Station
You know what? I don't even care. I don't
as
care
real,
anymore.
Oh, David Ridlin?
and goes along
Care.
and says
I'm tempted to let it
how
go.
flat earthers are crazy.
They
I'm
are.
called Drink on the Roll.
To me, that raises red
David
flags.
Ridlin is.
The moon landings were a hoax.
I'm fine with that.
The International Space Station is nothing but a hoax. NASA's nothing but a government propaganda machine. And these people are pushing the round ball of Earth. Another thing to consider,
As it flows to the flat ball Earth, of course.
Yeah,
Right.
and do we? Yes, indeed. And do we need to?
Come on.
And do we need again with the NASA? It's NASA. So the now the Russian space agency. Prior to that, the Soviet space agency. Apparently, they're complicit with whatever we want to do. Our bestest friends during the Cold War apparently were just fine with letting us get away.
Well, you see, Cy, it pushes the New World Order agenda, so they're all in cahoots. We've all been lied to, you see. It's all very simple when you get a flat-minded perspective on things.
Oh, you worked the word perspective in there. Nicely done.
Fucking
well done, sir.
I've been doing this shit too long, man. I'm going nuts.
Well, that's because perspective is their argument for everything
I know.
until perspective actually applies. Then they don't want to hear it anymore. Okay.
is they're trying too hard to convince us that there's no conspiracies. At the end of his video, he has former astronaut Michael Collins talk about how they couldn't keep this a secret. And then John Stossel goes on to say the same thing. What the masses don't realize are these are paid shills. Michael Collins being a Freemason, being on the payroll.
I want my shield
John
check.
Stossel. Just like all
Another
the
shield
media are
check.
controlled.
I don't know two Americans who have a fantastic secret without one of them blurting it out to the press. Can you imagine thousands of people able to keep this secret?
It would be a conspiracy. Thousands of people.
Okay, was that what I thought it was? Was that probably one of the best examples of a verbal quote mine ever? Was it not the attempt to make it seem like that person saying there is a secret that two people blurted out, as opposed to what he actually said, which is, if 100,000 people had this secret, God damn it, they couldn't keep their mouth shut. I mean, that did seem to be the case, did it not? Damn it, you're all
Good
quiet.
grief, this guy. This guy.
Yeah, Cy, you're right.
Okay, thanks.
Yep, totally.
All right.
Points to you, Cy.
Fine.
Well, wouldn't it leak?
10 points to
Wouldn't some
Gryffindor
of those
for you.
people be eager to talk about it? Wouldn't we in the media love to put it on the front page?
What John Stossel says, nothing could be further from the truth.
Of course.
If the media was legit and it was open to the
What the hell are
media,
you doing with that hamster?
why don't we
Jesus
hear
Christ.
former pilot
That's fine,
Russ
man.
Wittenberg
That's
on
probably
CNN,
legal where you live.
Fox
type
News,
with
Wherever
and
you live is probably
MSNBC.
legal.
I flew the two actual aircraft, which were invited.
Okay, I'm here.
Thank
oh,
God.
okay,
Never
right.
sure.
Thank God, yes.
Relax,
Okay.
everybody.
Now that
We're good.
now the party can start.
Absolutely. Have you taken enough safety precautions? Do you have beverages at hand?
I literally just walked in from the gym, so no.
No beverages.
But they're in my refrigerator. Fear not. Fear
Oh,
not.
All right. We were just worried for your safety. That's all.
Yes, of course.
Indeed.
Of course.
Of course. All right.
If you were really concerned with the safety, if you were really concerned with the safety, you tell him to lock the fridge shut so he couldn't get to the drinks, as he would die of alcohol poisoning.
Well, you see, I'm not Mobius, and I don't drink 4,000% proof alcohol.
Oh my!
Oh, you will. You will.
By the way, if he's watching, I'm not going to let that go.
All right. How the hell? All right. Well, that was an interesting one. All right, I'm going to let this play, and I got to fix this window. When I had to cut out and come back, in what we're broadcasting, you'll note that this is actually a desktop and not the window it's supposed to be showing. So while this guy's blathering, I'm going to fix that. Here we go. Fixing on. As always,
you're a disgrace.
Yell drink as needed.
Disappointed us, Si. We trusted you. We believed in you.
Oh my!
And now you've let us down.
I will do better. All right, here we go.
I'll not stand for this dissension.
The flight number 175 and flight 93, the 757 that allegedly went down at Shanksville, and flight 175 is the aircraft that's alleged to have hit the South Tower. I don't believe it's possible for, like I said, for terrorists, so-called terrorists, to train on a 172, then jump in the cockpit of a 757, 767 class cockpit, and vertical navigate the aircraft, lateral navigate the aircraft, and fly the airplane at speeds exceeding its design limit speed by well over 100 knots, make high-speed, high-bank turns, pulling probably 5, 6, 7 Gs, and the aircraft would literally fall out of the sky. I couldn't do it, and I'm absolutely positive they couldn't do it.
And the same goes with former Major General Albert Stubblebine. These people have too much credibility. That's why you never see them on CNN or Fox News or MSNBC. They would have way too much influence on the masses.
It's just been too long. Who the hell is these people?
I don't know them. I do not know them.
Well, he speaks as if he knows. Is that a legitimate drink call? It's just been a while. I was just kind of...
Well, see, that's more us not knowing specifically who the people are, so I don't know if we can call that on him. You know what? Yeah, call a drink
for us.
Call a drink
for us. Is that because we're not woke?
That's it. We're not woke enough. Call a drink on us. That's fine.
Drink on us.
People think
have a drink.
The media is 100% controlled, and they control the minds. Just listen to what Albert Stubblebine says here about the Pentagon, the lack of debris,
well, Albert Stubblebine
and the
says
media.
On September the 11th in 2001, what hit the Pentagon?
I don't know exactly what hit it, but I do know...
Wait, drink. What the hell's 9/11 got to do with flat Earth?
Everything.
Oh, thank you.
Airplanes, everything.
All things.
Get with it, man.
I must not have been paying attention.
You need to be woke.
From the photographs that I have analyzed and looked at very, very carefully, it was not an airplane. I could not find that in any of the photographs that I've analyzed. I've never believed that it was an airplane since I'd looked at the photographs. Up until that time, I looked at the photographs.
Yeah, who is this asshole saying this dumbass shit, and why is it translated in German?
Don't.
He had to go to Germany to get some bullshit clip like this. Seriously.
Yeah. To quote Dev from a few weeks ago, I'm sure it's as bullshit in German as it is in English. But anyway, what I want to know is, is he seriously saying that in any footage you look at for 9/11 stuff, you can't see a plane anywhere?
That's pretty much what he said, yes.
Bullshit!
It's taking up the whole frame.
Well, he might be talking about just for the Pentagon stuff. Maybe that's what he meant.
Maybe, but
taken
still.
Out of context again?
Yeah.
Oh, God. There is no context. It's not just it's taken out of...
About that Pentagon.
It's not just taken out of context. It's taken out of wherever the fuck, and it's just all stapled together. You got this.
Well, I mean, the clip you just showed previous to that was an airplane hitting the Twin Towers, and then he cuts to a clip of this guy saying something, and I think probably Sai is right about that. He might be talking about the Pentagon. So in that one, it's out of freaking context.
I guess.
Well, yeah, but it's not. It's worse than that. It's worse than just out of context. It's a bunch of out of context stuff that is literally stapled together into this Frankenstein monster of a video in which you have little parts and of little dead things from everywhere, and you just like
it's pronounced Frankenstein.
Yes, you've got a Frankenstein's monster, and you've got.
Damn it.
Yes. My point is, he just like hot glue gunned this whole thing together. It's a horrible monstrosity, and I don't know what I'm looking at.
I understand.
It's just there's no connection with it. Forget connection with reality. There's no connection with itself.
East to west.
So internal consistency is something you find important, then?
Well, it tends to be.
For my goulash, yes.
A little. Like if you're gonna force me to hear your bullshit, at least make it coherent.
If we're talking mashed potatoes, not so much. But we're talking conspiracies. Yeah, it kind of matters.
Yeah. And if we are talking conspiracies, I am still waiting for evidence of. I mean, there's lots
everything.
I'm sure there's lots of conspiracies. Why are we focusing on stupid ones? All right.
Because the conspiracies that the good ones we don't hear about because they were successful.
Indeed. Anybody that goes through the time to plan a conspiracy is not going to do this hide it in plain sight crap. They're going to hide it deep in a safe.
We'll put our name backwards, someone will tell.
Yeah, no one will figure that out.
It's like if I was going to screw somebody out of their money, I'm not going to buy an airplane and paint on the side, "I'm screwing you out of your money," and then write it backwards.
Yeah. That's what I bought with the money I screwed you out of. Haha, backwards wrote it.
This reminds me of a joke I heard a while back.
Okay.
At some point, everything was medicine. And then the shit that worked stayed medicine. And everything else became bullshit.
I like it. Alrighty. Let us. Oh, we made it a whole 10 minutes into the 4 hours.
Oh my god, we're just barreling through this.
Yeah, this is so bad.
Before you know, we'll be right over the Curvison.
Oh god.
Who is?
That's part of my New Year's resolution to say that word once every day.
Very good. Well, I'm glad you saved it for us.
Mm-hmm.
But
always.
All right, moving on.
Accepted what was being said. After I looked at it, no way. We pride ourselves with the free press. I do not believe the free press is free anymore. It's very expensive. It's very expensive.
That's not what that means.
The press is saying what they have been told to say.
America's a free country, but I can't buy it. Idiot.
Albert Stubblbein. They're in German. And it just so happens, with this interview airing in Germany, 90% of Germans don't believe the official story
That's not
of
90%.
9/11. And for those that
drink. Ooh, we get to it. Logical fallacy. I'm calling drink. What the hell was that? Argument ad populum.
Yes.
Thank you. I've been acknowledged.
believe in the Bible.
That was an argumentum ad populum. Can I get an
The
amen?
Bible does mention
You know what? Someone
the
told me
edges
that
of the
the
earth.
argumentum ad populum is not a fallacy. I said, yeah, because in Nazi Germany, everyone hated Jews. Like it's just a thing to do. And if you don't hate Jews, then then you're fucking stupid. Duh.
Except for the Jews that were living there, though, right?
Yeah.
Well,
they are from space,
Space Jews from Reptilia.
No, please. They're from Jupiter. They're obviously from Jupiter.
All right.
It's obvious.
All right.
Space doesn't exist.
Okay, I got the arrow right over the hill. Got the arrow right over you for that.
I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell. It's official.
For that.
Look at this. And I got him right. I said, okay, so it's not a fallacy. So because the rest of the world does not hate Jews, it is therefore uncool to hate Jews. Duh.
It's the.
Yeah, you see, because you can't use that because it changes when you add more fucking people. If you got 5 people and 2 disagree, fuck you. Who cares?
Yeah, indeed. So argument ad populum is not a logical fallacy. Everybody says so. Okay, let's.
Actually, I think all of us can agree.
I got that one. That was good.
Yeah, I think all of us in this room can actually agree that it's not a fallacy, right? I mean, we can. Let's put it to a popular vote of the room here. Everyone who thinks it's not a fallacy, let's just say aye.
Aye.
Well, wait a minute. Aye. If we all vote aye, then it is, or that's like when you say no. Do you really mean yes?
That's good. No, we all have to say aye, and then therefore it is not and isn't is fallacy.
So
yes.
You would not say that you object that it may not be accurate to say that let's just play the damn video.
The 4 corners of the earth.
Do not.
And how Satan
It's sports
brought
child
Jesus
fallacy.
Christ to the top of the mountain and showed him all kingdoms of the world. How can Satan show Jesus all kingdoms of the world if the world is round? How could
he show him all kingdoms of the world if that perspective crap you keep shoveling is true?
there be edges of the world if the world's a sphere? I've never seen the edges on a sphere before. And the Bible also mentions how the earth is immovable and is set on pillars. So for the believers that still believe in the ball earth...
Wait, doesn't the Bible... Sorry, drink for just 1 second.
Sure.
It says... Maybe I'm just misremembering the Bible, but doesn't it also say the earth is hung upon nothing? Doesn't that kind of conflict with it saying it's upon pillars, or am I just...
Well, hung upon nothing is...
Well, I get it, but still, it seems a bit odd.
Obviously, the pillars rest upon nothing.
You know, it's almost as if... I don't know what happened to the elephants and the turtle, but...
Look at this guy.
but it's almost as if the Bible was not written by scientists.
Also say the earth is hung upon nothing.
Indeed.
Isn't that kind of... Oh god, it's my voice. Dev has become me. It's the worst possible thing.
Yeah.
Kill me with fire. Kill me with fire, please.
A little bit delayed, and we're back.
Yeah. And Dev, what exactly are you called in on, by the way? What machine are you using? Is this the newly fully reconstituted laptop?
Yeah.
Nice work.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, it decided to not explode over 40 minutes of being on. So,
well done.
Excellent.
Well done. Nice repair work. All right.
We have someone else.
What? Who joined?
Forget it.
Oh, Jonathan. Hey.
Yo.
Should I act like you're not? Should I act like you're not here for about 20 minutes and then? Oh, welcome, Jonathan.
Yeah. I snuck in last time, but you caught me this time.
And it caught. Well, you were a little angry in your latest vid over there, weren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. We'll talk about that after we're done with the foolishness. But
I woke up, then I saw it was Russian vids. I was like, I'm tired, but no, I must join.
Okay,
Yes.
you're going to be kicking yourself for that one, but okay.
He
It's his choice. It's his choice.
He put some extra protection salve on his silver sword, and he's ready to go.
All right. Let's. We're almost at 12 minutes of 4 hours. Moving on.
The round earth.
I like the hat that guy has.
Got to
cool.
reconsider. According to
that
science and the
It's a nice
satanic
hat.
system,
For Shillmas.
the earth is
somebody give me
supposedly
that hat.
tilted at a 23.4 degree angle
Oh, here it comes.
off vertical.
Oh, I love this.
And that leaves you at 66.6 degrees
Oh, for fuck.
off horizontal.
Tell me that wouldn't make a good B movie.
Oh
title.
my god.
The Inclination of Evil. 66.6 degrees. Oh, we're going
Yeah,
for
just drink.
Hey,
Oh, okay.
I'm calling drink on
Because-
myself first.
How so?
This is funny.
Oh, sure.
Well, check this out. You guys said listen, and because the audio is kind of quiet anyways, I'm wearing headphones, and I moved my head closer to my computer.
Okay.
Turn sign. Woo! Party time. I did. It's true.
Okay.
I'm okay with admitting when I'm wrong.
But wait. Here's the most important. Wait. Here's the most important thing, though. Did it work?
Well, everybody was
worked,
quiet, so
if it worked, we've got a bigger problem.
Yeah. No.
Indeed. All right.
But what I'm saying about the other drink, just because I feel like we should actually, counter it instead of just saying that you're dumb. But it's, the Earth's axis. I mean, even dealing with this whole 6.6-ish thing. I mean, aside from just that being dumb, the Earth's axis isn't perfect. I mean, it does. I mean, flat Earths are always going around how it wobbles on its axis while hurtling through space. It's not always that. I think that's at best like an average or something, and it does vary slightly. So saying that it's, I mean, also, do you think that there were the people who built this model knowing, hey, we're going to make this model which we know is going to be false, so what we're going to do is put some kind of obvious satanic symbol in it. No one will ever notice it.
I think that was their plan. You know what? It may have been the same guy who painted that airplane we saw before. I think it was the same guy.
You know what?
It was the same intelligent designer.
Could be. Yeah.
I'll tell you what's funny about these guys who believe that like Satanists and like Lucifer and shit. In their own mythology, Lucifer was the second most powerful angel, or some shit, fucking ever. He's fucking smarter than any human being could possibly be. But how then how the fuck is he just wandering along making these dumb ass mistakes, like writing his name backwards or some shit like that? Can you please sketch that up for me? Come on, please.
Well, if he was smarter, being smarter than every human that's not very difficult. All things considered.
That is true.
No. I mean, like,
looking at what we've seen displayed here by Russian, for example.
Einstein.
Neverick. Free will.
Free will.
That clears up the whole thing. Guys, go home. Guys, he said free will. We can all go home now.
You're welcome.
Right.
Good job, everyone. See you next week.
Shoot, I can't explain it. He's supposed to be cast down from heaven for like almost beating God or some shit. So how the fuck is he just like, I'll paint my name backwards and no one will ever know?
The same way God made a mistake of creating flat earthers.
I'm guessing. Okay, let's learn about CERN, shall we?
Oh no! Oh no!
Now, what are the chances of that?
I wonder what
and
Russian
for those that
will
might have
discern from this.
And how
Okay, let's take a look at his little picture here a minute. Let's just move it. Let's just move it for a second here. Okay.
The moon and the sea.
Okay. Now, does the Terminator run across the United States in a nice arc like that? Answer.
Of course, he's a Terminator.
The Terminator. Of course. No.
Those things do run fast.
No, it does not. So what this means is their mysteriously hovering sun that travels in a curve when objects do not like traveling in curves also doesn't just show downward like a spotlight. It's got a shaped beam, so it makes a nice straight line across the continents. Okay, I'm going to have to say, I hope, Wally, you're sitting down. This model that they're showing now, and I've given this a lot of thought.
It's a pile of shit.
There you go. Okay, you beat me to it.
He stole his line.
No, the sun can't travel in a circle like that. Angular momentum.
He has been
guys.
He has been rehearsing that line literally for weeks. This was his moment, and you stole it from him.
Guys, hang on. These guys believe that the moon also is a light of its own, right? So why are they not depicting the moonlight on their model?
Well, it's a cooling light, so you just can't see it.
Yeah. No. I can see the moon. They claim the moon produces light. Show me the moonlight. Put it on your model right now.
I'm waiting for them to answer that question, but I don't think they ever will.
Well, they do tend to avoid the whole phases of the moon thing. What do they say? There's an invisible moon that everything but the moon we see can shine through.
It's just that it's just that God's
right? God's fighting Satan like on the moon, and God's like the fucking blade of Olympus or some shit, and it's cutting chunks off of the moon.
It's just that what? It's just that what did God do? Did God just sit back? You know what? I'm gonna fuck with these people. I'm gonna paint the moon just to make it look like it's a solid object. I'm gonna put it in the right place.
I think that's actually wouldn't be too far off from the truth. I mean, if there is a God, I think he's got a hell of a sense of humor, a really twisted, dark sense of humor.
Classic
and if God has a first name, his name is Murphy.
I mean, like, think about it.
And his word is law. You know what I'm saying?
I imagine him as the God from Family Guy, slightly autistic.
Dev, you've been trying to get something out there. Go ahead. We've been talking over you.
I'm just thinking about how they like I had a talk the other day about someone and they said that God gets angry or like surprised or some shit, and I was like, so then God can't possibly know the fucking future if he has to react to stimuli. What the fuck?
That is an excellent point.
He goes, no, like God doesn't get mad like we get mad. I'm like, well then how does he get mad? Because in the Bible he gets mad and throws meteors at fucking Sodom. I mean, like, what the fuck?
He gets all spiteful.
He gets upset and hurls space rocks.
Yeah, well, he doesn't get mad like we do. It's magic mad.
Well, sometimes you just get in the mood for throwing some rocks at some infidels. You know what I mean, right, guys?
At least Zeus had a reason to like thunderbolt somebody. God goes, I can't find 10 or 5 perfect people. It's like, yeah, because in Isaiah you made fucking evil, dick. This is your fault. What the fuck? What is your problem, you schizophrenic retard?
That's why the Greek gods were rocking. They had the same human frailties we did.
Well, it's like what my dad said years ago, that thunder is actually just God moving his own furniture.
And snow is just his dandruff.
Yeah, fuck me.
I was told snow was something else.
All right, let's back to the flat earther here.
All right. Reasons work. Take a look at these models for a better understanding.
We go back to the USGS model, and you see.
Drink. That is not that is not the USGS model. That is a model that is used for certain purposes. It's not real handy for others, like east-west travel, maybe things like that. Anyway,
they love nitpicking information, don't they?
Yeah. And I'm waiting for the UN flag hasn't come up yet, but I'm sure it's going to.
It did a bit earlier. He just kind of, it just slipped by us a bit.
They cherry pick the Bible, the book they claim God wrote. So I'm pretty sure everything under this to them is completely optional.
Maybe so. Okay, let's learn about the USGS model.
That it was first proposed 1,000 years ago, and you may think, well, that's a bad link. So you compare it with the person who proposed it, and you get this guy, Al-Biruni. Who was Al-Biruni? Well, he lived around 1,000 years ago.
Comment?
Oh, because that little black circle looked exactly the same as that map, didn't it?
It was considered one of the greatest scholars of his era, schooled in multiple sciences. Have you ever heard of him? I hadn't. Maybe it's multiple bad references in Wiki. Well, no, because NASA knows who he is, and named this moon crater after him. So why is the USGS using a version of the world map designed by a 1,000-year-old Persian scientist? Because it's correct. That's why. So to be clear...
okay, I knew it was coming.
Let's compare them again.
Go ahead, I was just laughing.
The United Nations flag, the USGS official map of the Earth, and the flat Earth.
Actually, might be God, because you just predicted the future right there.
Yeah, we've already established that the Supreme Being has no idea what's going to happen in the future. Otherwise, he wouldn't get mad. If he knew it was coming...
Well, then you're better.
Wow.
Well, then you're a better God.
Sorry, it's truly the All-Father.
Okay, this is some responsibility I do not want. I don't smite. I very rarely smite, I shall say. There shall be no smiting. All right.
Sorry,
I'm sorry.
I've just noticed the Buster Pug essentially in the middle of the crowd there watching the movie.
Oh, here we go.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I covered that before you joined. Sorry about that. I'll recap. I had been asked in the last one after we moved to this new format, where was Buster? Why wouldn't Buster show up for movie night? It's a big thing. And I told him he was there. Of course he was there. It's just it took this long for the theater to bring in a booster seat for him. That's the problem. And that's the joke I was practicing all week. That's why I used it twice.
There we go.
All identical, but one isn't recognized and instead ridiculed as an outdated look at the world.
With all the videos I'm making on the flat earth, I get the same question every day.
Are you nuts?
Not just once a day, multiple times. So I'm going to make another video on this. Go into depth. Talk about the sun on the flat earth. People always say they don't understand the concept of the flat earth. If the earth is flat, wouldn't the whole entire flat earth be illuminated?
Oh, coming up. There you go.
Shouldn't the concept's very easy to grasp? It's just the earth and it's flat. How hard is that?
Well, I think he's mistaken in saying that people don't understand it. It's not that we don't understand it. It's that we recognize it as what he's saying it is absolute crap, but the actual map has its purposes, but it's just not what he's saying. It's not that we don't understand.
Drink.
Okay.
Drink. You're all missing one thing he's just gone over.
Okay.
He's talking about this Alabar guy.
Yeah.
And he's given three shown maps. One is the AE map, one is the USGS, one of their projections. And he's showing the UN logo. He's not showing this guy's map from 1,000 years ago that shows continents like, America from 1,000 years ago, mind you.
Just a minor omission of facts. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
You're right. That did slip by.
So let's see if he shows us Alabar map that shows things like America, South America, possibly New Zealand. Go ahead.
You're okay. Yeah. So you're gonna wait around for that, are you?
Yes, I am.
Don't hold your breath, my friend. Don't hold your breath.
I mean, we have 4 hours, so.
No, we don't.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I'm gonna make side drink for that one because it took you guys like 2 hours to go through a 6-minute video. How long is this one gonna take?
Yeah.
Well, we're either gonna break this one into segments, or when we're done tonight, we're going to just take a vote and decide this has been such crap. We're never going back to it again. So we'll make that decision at the end when we're done. So, all right.
And quickly, by the way, welcome, Sean.
Oh, hi, Sean.
Hi. I got to sneak in and say drink before anybody caught it.
Glad you made it. And
check that one off the bucket list.
All right, here we go.
Take a look at this image of the sunbeams coming through the clouds.
Not that. Stop it.
All right. Do we have to again?
No. No, please, God.
All right, I'll say drink, but need we? How many times this need to be gone over?
A million for every fetard that ever asks the question. We need to explain it again because reasons.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to have to keep up handy the picture of the rays coming through the tree, indicating that the sun is in fact stuck in the tree, and
right.
And it's just
for every picture they can show of the sun doing that, you can just show a picture of train lines and then done.
That pretty much does.
I like the sun behind the tree one better.
That's good, and
that is nice though. Yeah,
and
I just like it.
Go ahead.
I like it when they say that the sun also goes below the clouds. So is the sun selective of what it manages to burn to a crisp or evaporate nowadays?
Well, sure, gravity is selective too. I mean, we got hummingbirds and stuff flying around, no problem. But it can hold friggin' oceans to the floor.
It's buoyancy, dude. Buoyancy.
Yeah. Also, clearly it's not gravity that's holding the sun together, so clearly it's not fusion that's keeping the sun ignited, so I have no idea what the flat Earth sun is supposed to be.
Neither did any of them.
It's flat.
There are some missing parts in the flat Earth theory.
Yeah, that's called
Hold on. If it's buoyancy and density, should flat earthers rise or be stuck to the ground by their head?
I'm gonna say they flip up.
I
They
don't
flips
know, that
upside
just
down,
blew
and
my
then
mind,
they
though.
just flip upside down and then stay like that.
It all depends what's in the head. Is it nothing, or is it a special type of gas?
Indeed.
No, it's either nothing or lead, one of the two.
So it would seem. All right. Yeah, everybody, just in case anybody in the chat is this is the one time they skillfully avoid use of the word perspective. Everything else, sunsets, the moon, perspective, it's all perspective. This is the one case where you never hear them utter the word perspective.
Because they know it's stupid. They have to know it's stupid.
They do. In their subconscious minds, they know. They know. I know they know.
It has to be. But
Well, I mean, you can't. You
Like,
can't just. I don't think it's fair to ascribe. I don't think it's. I don't think it's fair to ascribe motive to it. I mean, if someone. I mean, obviously, there's got to be some people who just say this knowing it's not true. But then.
journalism. What?
Yeah.
Bless you. But for every person who promotes this stuff, knowing it's not true, there's at least two more who actually believe it. You know. And I don't think it's fair to just. I mean, maybe not fair, but I mean. I just, whenever I come across this sort of thing, I automatically just assume that the person is ignorant rather than deceptive intentionally. So,
I hereby vote that anytime anybody says perspective, you have to rub your hands slowly together menacingly and go, perspective.
All right. You will be responsible for enforcing that rule. However, I have enough. I have enough rules
Would that cause
I'm
a perspective feedback loop? Because everyone says perspective maniacally.
What'd you say, Roboto?
Oh, my Roboto. I'm sorry.
Como Orogato.
Arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Hello, John Connor.
Oh, thank you very much. You sound much better.
Mr. Anderson.
I knew it.
Okay, we've all gone mad slightly here.
I can't let you do that, Dave.
It's exposure to Russian vids. That's what's done it to you folks, and I apologize for doing this to you. But let us move on with it. And
Hold on.
What?
I have a serious question. Is the robotics too bad for stream acceptable?
Oh, it's
refresh.
You know what? I totally agree.
I would
Not
say,
sure with what, but sure.
I would say the answer to that is
whatever you just. Yeah, whatever you just said. Yes.
Moving on.
Moving
I'll
on.
take it as I should mute my.
Oh Jesus! Oh fuck!
Refresh your window.
Yeah.
It's a little distorted.
What Sean said.
He's warping in and out of reality somewhere, I think.
Uh-oh.
As Illuminati will tend to do.
It's that Philadelphia project. Okay.
Hit F5.
He's switching between realities.
Right.
Oh no, not the Mandela effect. That's not this video.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, you don't know that. You don't know that. He switched topics so quickly. It could be that in like 3 seconds.
That's true. All right, let's 14 minutes. Moving on.
If you believe at this angle that the sun is 93 million miles away, you're never going to understand. You're never going to get it. Look at the angle again.
3,000 miles away from that angle. No.
The sun
Failure to yell drink, minus 10 points.
You didn't call drink there either.
That's because I didn't say anything.
Yeah, it's because he called negative fail on drink call.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning. What am I supposed to drink?
Well, wait a minute. The answer to that is obvious. Tea? Are you new here? or wait.
Irish coffee.
All right.
approximately 3,000 miles away. Say, for example, you're in Los Angeles, and you see how the sunbeams again are coming to the clouds. Do you expect, say, Russia or China to be receiving sunlight when you see the sun come through the clouds like this? Just another example. More of the same here. The beams coming through here. Another example right here. How obvious can it be?
Did God somehow invent like the drinks? Sorry.
It's quite all right.
Did God like somehow invent like the energy efficient light bulb before we did, so he can invent a light that doesn't emit any heat at all?
Apparently so. And what was he saying a minute ago? It wasn't really drink worthy. What was he saying about while we're seeing this? Nobody else can. Russia can't see. What the hell was that? What was that babble?
I have no idea. No idea.
He was just rambling.
I don't think, honestly, I don't think he has any idea either.
Yeah, it did seem that way. I didn't quite get his point in that. All right.
Maybe it was about how wherever you go, you can see this effect, so therefore the sun is close. Reasons?
Maybe.
Something.
Maybe. Yes. Reasons and something. That is his point. Got it.
Irrefutable.
The sun is nowhere near 93 million miles away. So again, don't expect to see sunlight in Australia and in South America at the same time when you see this. Clear.
What? Okay. Don't expect to see sunlight in South America and Australia when you see this.
I think he means at the same time. He means at the same time.
Yeah, but
what's that got to do with his argument?
I think he's saying that somehow because the sun rays are angled in a way that the sun can't hit two places that are opposite sides of the flat Earth. Something. Reasons. Something. Argument. Insert argument here.
Got it.
As day, they need to wake up and realize they must unlearn what they have learned. Again, showing this.
What?
Okay, Yoda.
What? No, please no.
Okay, Yoda.
Model here, as I showed many times. Play this clip.
And that is why you fail.
This is not actually to scale, but basically how the sun works over the flat Earth. Just like here in the United States.
What mechanics makes it do that?
Yeah, really, and where's the string that holds it to a center point?
Oh yeah, it's Space Hammer Man.
Yes, exactly.
It's Santa at the North Pole with a big string.
Could very well be.
It's dang it, I forget his name. From Roman mythology, the guy with the sun chariot. I forget his name. That's Apollo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, it's him. That's what it is. That's why it's doing that.
Indeed. Okay. Well, good. As long as we have fleshed out an answer, sounds good to me.
Exactly.
As I showed my previous video, I'm going to show this again, just so people understand how this model is shown. And now let's take a look at actual footage, like I showed in my previous video, of the sun circling above the flat Earth. Towards the end of this footage, you're going to see it's not going around the supposed ball, just circling above
drink?
the flat Earth.
Okay.
Does he know what a camera is? I don't.
But if that's traveling away from us like a lot right now, shouldn't that be shrinking considerably?
Where is he has he actually said where is he in this video?
Of course not. It's probably not even his video.
Yeah, true.
He has
He just access to cameras like that. It's a job.
He has not, and
as with all the rest of the other pieces he has in here, he just found a random clip from somewhere and then copy pasted it here with absolutely no context.
I am willing to bet that is somewhere in northern Alaska, possibly even Norway.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
Has to be at a
probably, yeah.
Pretty high latitude, I would say.
Is that during an eclipse or is that just a cloud?
Yeah, that's during an eclipse.
Awesome.
Yes, that was.
Oh, what that is awesome.
Indeed, that would be some footage I would want to have. All right.
How much money do you think this guy has put into
me?
stock image sites?
Okay, everybody talked at once. I didn't hear any of that. Somebody talk first. Or nobody. Good enough.
Stock image sites. That's all you need to know. Shush.
All right, moving on.
Oh, by the way, you sound much better.
Yeah, I switched rooms.
Oh, sounded good.
As demonstrated in the model. When people look at the sun, they don't give it much thought. When you look at this time-lapse footage, it's pretty obvious what's taking place.
Yes.
But that doesn't match the model that he has.
Yeah.
What is?
It
It
is
also
pretty
look-
obvious.
It also looks like the summer equinox too, or
I'd
close
like
to
to see
that
what it's
time, at least.
Now I'm gonna have to try and find this video to find out the where and the when. I'm very interested now.
Oh, they won't link stuff.
No, I'm gonna have to be creative with search terms to find it. I guess YouTube's pretty good with that.
Take a screenshot of it and then do a reverse image shoot.
Will the image thing do it to video as well?
Sometimes it does, but there's probably a good 20% chance that it won't be able to find it.
Okay. In which case, then I'll move on to creative search term. Okay. Sounds good. All right.
Hold on. I should research this. Continue.
All right. Here we go.
The only thing to mention, as I said so many times, you'll see the sun and the moon above the flat Earth at the same time. Take a look at this right here as it's moving out of perspective.
Hold on, Drink.
Oh.
He's objecting to being able to see the sun and the moon at the same time. He's showing it right there.
Not too bright. He's not too bright.
No, it's Nibiru or whatever you call it. I don't think.
Oh, it's Rahu. That's right.
Rahu. That damned Rahu always getting in the way.
Of only the sun.
Glad you cut that.
And somehow doesn't pass in front of stars or anything.
Right.
Ever.
Yeah. Ever.
Indeed. I'm guessing what he was trying to say was you don't see the illuminated face of the moon in the sky at the same time because it's not possible, even though it obviously is and happens on a regular basis. That may have been what he was trying to get across. Wrong. That
I
is.
saw the moon and the sun up today.
Of course, it could have been, on the days that there's a solar eclipse, you never see the moon because, it's a new moon. But he's
all
not
I
putting
heard
that
from the
connection.
guy was derp derp derp.
And Dev, you saw the sun and the moon at the same time. We know you're the only one among us who's actually gotten their shill check, so that's enough. That's enough out of you.
Yeah, enough out of you there.
Bought a brand new Xbox One S, dude.
Mr. Richie McRicherson.
You got a shill check, man?
Yeah, the first one.
Oh my god.
Wait. People get paid for this?
Yes.
I know, right?
Not people, just Debrick.
Red Skull of Hydra, man. It said, "Good job on your shillery. Here's $5,000." Signed,
asshole.
Skull. And I was like, word, dude, Red Skull, dude, hell yeah!
All right. We've made it 16 minutes.
I'd be mad if that wasn't so awesome.
Maybe we try to let the lower grade fuckery slip by and only call out the really serious stuff because we've been at this for about an hour and 10 minutes and we're 16 minutes in, which is that's really our normal pace with these imbeciles.
Can I ask one question though?
Of course.
Indubitably.
Did this video actually break the 6 second thing or not?
It did, but only because he had Neil deGrasse Tyson talking for 6 seconds.
Talking about exactly what you'd expect.
You know what? When we decide to call it, let's go back to the very beginning. And to be fair, we should wait until he's done with when he cuts away from Neil deGrasse Tyson, and then we'll see if he makes the 6 second mark.
I've got a stopwatch around here somewhere. Give me a second.
All right.
Maybe I'll find it.
Well, you got time. We're not going to do it now.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of time.
All right. Well, all right. Moving on.
Getting dark. Is the sun going around the supposed ball, or just moving out of sight?
No, it's stuck in that supposed tree.
Be the judge. It's pretty clear. Now let's take a look at this footage. For those that are awake to the flat Earth, like I showed before, this Universal Studios footage from
That's some Flash Gordon shit.
That's a big plane.
Very big.
Very large.
Is that the one Jerry was talking about that's going to take you to Alpha Centauri after the baseball?
Maybe.
No, that's the planes they were flying around when the giants were on the Earth.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. And they needed to be that big because remember how big the trees were.
Duh.
That's God's crystal jet.
Yeah. There's two ways this picture, heavy air quotes, is possible. Either that plane is enormous, or it's in space, and either of those don't seem like good options.
Seems highly improbable either way.
Where are all the satellites in this image, man?
Yeah, there's over 4,000. It should look like a cloud of bees around the Earth. All right. And we said we weren't going to stop for the minor fuckery. All right.
Well, 27. Again, as I mentioned before, supposedly the first time they took a photo of Earth from space was in 1946. And here's an article from Air and Space magazine. Like I said, 1946.
What's he going to say?
Supposedly the German rocket that was captured by the U.S. military used a V-2, again, German rocket, to launch into space to take this photo.
Okay.
I find this funny how you see the clouds above the supposed ball Earth. Complete joke. I find it.
Oh, there was the proof. He called it a complete joke. I don't know. Maybe we should shut it down now. He's given us the proof. It's a complete joke. Okay, I'm convinced.
Funny again. Just taking a look at the ball Earth in this image, and just imagining all this water in these oceans somehow sticking to the ball Earth. I'll get into that a little bit. I'm going to play this clip. And again, this is nothing more than
We all
programming.
know how sticky water is, man. It's just awful.
Indeed.
Completely ridiculous to believe all that water,
Oh, it's the old
those
Universal
oceans
logo.
could be
Nice.
held on
That's what I was
while
thinking.
the Earth is supposedly.
Evidence. How come none of those letters stuck to the surface of the Earth? Evidence provided. He really is just grabbing clips from wherever the hell he can get them.
Yeah.
So, unbelievable.
Rotating. This is programming at its finest. Now, we want to talk about the ball Earth all day. I want people that believe in the ball Earth and believe it's crazy to believe we live on a flat plane. For them to demonstrate, show me a model of water sticking to a ball.
Oh,
Okay?
Does water from the International Space Station count?
Why are they so stuck on that, dude? Like, don't they understand fucking physics?
And it's although it's for different reasons. Remember the squeezing out the wet washcloth on the space station video, which is it's a short but very educational video. Although the water is sticking together for completely different reasons. The question he asked is in fact refuted by that.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, it's from the space station, so it's CGI anyway. But
Because he
aside
did it
from
on
that,
a tomato, it's fake.
yeah.
yeah. Also, by the way, apparently the that Eclipse thing, I've only been able to find one video thing for it so far, and apparently it was from southern South America, kind of like middle of Argentina-ish. Apparently.
Okay.
But I get to confirm that.
Oh, there we go.
And it was you
Yes,
saw
confirm that. But
oh, you saw some of the same
That's dope.
footage in it. Okay.
Well, it was kind of like 20 seconds of it with some other stuff laid over, but the description says it's from that. So that's what I mean by yet to confirm. But
Okay.
better than nothing so far.
Boy, you really jump right to work, don't you?
Well, I
try.
actually have an objection to that. Is the fact that
Okay.
the sun is going the wrong way if it's the southern hemisphere.
Maybe,
okay.
yeah.
All right. More research to do.
Oh wait, actually, I don't know, because or the video was just played or he played the video in reverse, because the one I have here has it going in the opposite direction.
All right.
Maybe, I don't know.
More research required. Still, your dedication
Yes.
to duty is admirable. Okay. Let's. I guess we should get off of this completely true and accurate representation of Earth from space.
I think you guys just confirmed the rift amongst globetards.
I think we did.
Fuck.
Okay, then. On that note,
I
They
can
were
show
right
a model
about everything.
of the flat Earth.
Because
there you go.
guys disagree, the world is flat.
It's a flat dish,
Well,
little water, and these are the ice rings that surround the flat
Oh,
Earth.
no, not the.
not the
Demonstrate a
tomato.
model
No.
of the ball
Yes,
Earth. You can't. It's never been
guys, come on, we
duplicated
knew it would
as
come to
a
this.
model.
It's all been leading and building to
Complete
this
joke how
moment.
people
Don't act
fall
surprised.
for the lies.
You knew this was coming.
So-called truthers say they're awake. They have no evidence that we live in a ball. They don't believe NASA. They understand that NASA is nothing but a psyop. Nothing but prop.
Wait, isn't a tomato a fruit now?
I'm waiting. He may have skipped or we may not have to watch the tomato video again. When I saw that plate and he was filling it with water, I was getting a little nervous. But it looks like he's moving on. He's not going to do that again. Hopefully. Now, having said that, we'll see.
Propaganda, but they can't get past the lies of the ball Earth. Programmed, unfortunately, they don't want to be ridiculed and not believe that everything is a lie, when in actuality, everything is a lie. Everything we're told
Like,
is the
actually,
exact
is that
opposite.
a lie?
Here's a,
Is that what you just said, a lie?
Really, wait. Norman, everything I say is a lie. All right, good. We have some Star Trek watchers out there.
Good example of that. Look at this.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Ride at a state fair. Gravitron.
Oh, that ride.
And what do you see here?
I've actually been on that thing.
As
It's
the ride goes
pretty
in
cool,
motion,
actually. Does anyone here know what that is?
the kids are being pushed
Yeah, I went on that when I was 9.
against the outside
Yeah.
as the faster it spins.
So what's wrong
Using
with
the
it?
same logic.
Now,
This guy
take a look at
my
this.
I think he's
Again.
arguing that it's not
Wait.
actually gravity.
Oh, is that no? No.
Well, wait. Well, no. He described the thing, but he didn't come to any kind of conclusion.
Well, I mean,
What it is that when it spins,
You don't need
to push to the outside.
conclusions are conclusions are dumb. You don't need to come to conclusions. Just assert a premise that's probably maybe true because of reasons, and then you don't need a conclusion.
Maybe. I guess he was going
Because
for
you've probably put the conclusion somehow, like stuffed it into your premise somehow, so you don't need it.
all right, but I mean, I'm guessing he's saying because it's called Gravitron, and it's a gravity thing. But look, you're stuck to the walls instead of the ground. Therefore, it's all fake. That's got to be his point.
Honestly, I hope that's only how dumb it is. I wish it was only that.
Okay, yeah. Well, at least he's off the topic. So,
All amusement park rides are anti-gravity machines. That's a conclusion, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm waiting for that spinning tentacle.
I think you've just confirmed that carnivals are in on the conspiracy.
So,
Not carnivals, but carnies. Carnies are definitely in on the conspiracy.
Well, that
And
would
vegans.
explain a few things because there's an awful lot of them. That would explain the delay in getting our checks.
Do you ever
Wait,
see?
why
Do you
are there
ever see the
6
same
rides?
carny at the carnival when it comes back around? No, you don't. Illuminati confirmed.
They kill them all off and just fresh them up.
They grow a new batch. All right. Oh no, Earth's spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. Miles an hour is now a rotation.
What's the next picture?
Yeah.
Let's
All
wait.
right.
Yeah,
Supposed ball
breathtaking
Earth
gives it
spinning
1 degree every 4
at
minutes.
1,100 miles an hour.
Yeah, speedy.
How is this possible? How can you have water like this? Like glass on a spinning ball. Makes no sense.
I don't know. How about every molecule happens to have moving inertia that happens to?
It's
gonna
not
listen anymore.
accelerating. I mean,
It's science. They just, goes over their head.
So it would seem. Okay. Oh, we're back to
Yeah,
Gravitron.
I'm pretty sure it's called that just because it exerts G's on you, not because it's like producing gravity.
Hey, if you take science and remove the S and the C and the N and the C and the E and put in an L instead, it's lie.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness me.
And if you take out a whole batch of the letters that I'm not going to go into now, it's ready for this. Sin.
Oh
wow.
Illuminati confirmed, man. Damn.
The whole All right, back to the Gravitron. Oh, yes.
No, it's all right. It's okay.
Yeah, if you take all the letters, take some out, put more in, and then rearrange them in a random order, it says evil stuff. No goodness to be found.
Cold.
Yes.
The rabbit hole is so deep.
So it would seem.
I'm quite surprised if you don't put it in that favorite calculator of his, it doesn't come out with 33. But
Oh yes, everything seems to have an interesting numerological value, doesn't it?
Yep.
All right, we've if it's not a drink moment, but if anybody just feels compelled, like they got something to say, just because I think a lot of times somebody said something important, but the video's played over it, or there was if it's not a drink moment, just yell stop or halt or something like that, just to make sure that we hear what you have to say.
Or maybe something like, "Oh, for God's sake, stop it!"
That's absolutely anything that indicates I should put a halt on the video, because I'd hate to have a good comment be covered by this drivel. So back to the Gravitron.
here's it. Wait, no.
Again, everything.
What?
Did he not find a different image of the Gravitron? Is that the only image of the Gravitron that is on the internet? A shitty meme with Impactron text and terribly cut out. It has a lot of problems.
Well, I mean, it's not in Comic Sans, so it's got to be some amount of professionalism.
I truly think it should be, though.
Is much better than Comic Sans.
It wouldn't. Okay. Exact. Okay. Enough of that crap.
On opposites. The funny thing about the ride's name, exact opposite of gravity.
Hey, Oh, for God's sake, make it
like
stop.
I said before.
Okay. Yes.
I mean, hey, Psystrike, out of curiosity, what is the exact opposite force of electromagnetism?
Opposite force?
Magnetic electricism.
How the hell could you have an opposite of a force? What are you asking me?
That gravity. I'm pointing.
I'm
doing the very smart, clever thing and pointing out how he's saying that a force is the opposite of gravity.
Ah, I see.
I mean, how are you supposed to have the opposite of a fundamental force?
Understandable.
I mean, sure, the gravity does counteract the centrifugal force, I think, of the Earth spinning, but it's not the opposite force. It just kind of counteracts it.
Is it? Wait.
Point taken.
Gravity. Not to give the fetards any ammunition here, but isn't gravity a fictitious force anyway?
No, that's the Coriolis effect.
Oh, you mean? Oh, wait, I know what you're saying. You're saying gravity is not a force. You're right. Gravity is a field. That is correct. When we say the force of gravity, we're mistaken. It's not a force. It's a field due to the curving of space-time, etc., etc.
Right, gravity is an effect that we observe, just like Coriolis is, right?
It's Corioli. Get it right, nerd.
Oh my God!
What? I never heard that.
Learn to play.
Okay. All right. Back to the Gravitron.
Someone laughed when I mentioned, if the Earth was spinning at 1,100 miles an hour, how the water would fly off. They thought that was funny.
Not funny, stupid.
I think it's funny when you look at this.
Like I said, the breaking speed.
Exactly what should happen.
Maybe sad because his parents didn't take him on one or something.
I don't want to see what Google search will end me up with that result.
Just for Gravitron? See if you get a better picture.
Gravitron. Let's try that.
You know what the real question is here? But the real question here? There's a meme kind of in there a little bit. So did he make that or did he find it? That's what I want to know.
Everything else.
Here. Images.
Here, look. I'm gonna look up now. Gravitron meme.
I'm looking it up. It's all I see is Paul Ryan and a couple Gravitron.
Now think real hard on this. Throughout this entire video, he's never actually done anything that he's produced. It's always taken from some other source.
Well, I'm guessing he hasn't ventured out much. I'm guessing this is a sit in the basement, watch YouTube, clip YouTube, make videos. I'm thinking that's what happens.
That's Flat Earth 101, though.
Pretty much. Pretty much. All right, let's. 20 minutes in, we're flying, guys.
No. Oh my God, no.
Earlier in the chat before I joined the Hangout, I actually gave what Flat Earth 101 is. That is, throw as much bullshit as you can and hope nobody analyzes any of it.
Yep, that's true. But let's not forget the advanced courses, which is you do that for the novices. But if you want to get into the big league, what you need to do is assemble a bunch of true things and say true thing, true thing, true thing, true thing, and go on and on and on and on, and then throw in your conclusion, which is completely false. Exactly. And people will assume because everything leading up to it was, and that was one of my objections to, I think, the last just non-Hangout video I put out. That was it.
Yeah.
Series of true things. Here's some bullshit for you. Make sure you swallow it and say thank you after.
Yeah, you caught a lot of that with Brian Mullen's video last week.
It was frustrating to watch. All right, back to.
I just came across a flat Earth meme in its natural habitat. It's the one with Picard doing a facepalm, and it says, "You can't see the curvature because the Earth is too big, but you can see ships sail over the horizon. You live on a plane, not a planet."
Right.
That is a horrible misuse of that meme. How dare you?
Someone has to contact Patrick Stewart and tell him if he's never made any kind of DCMA claim before, but that might be a good reason.
I'll not stand for this.
That was quite good, actually. All right.
Actually, you have to talk to Paramount about that one.
Indeed. Actually, they're usually fairly jealous about the whole Star Trek thing, and they don't seem to be making much a fuss about anything lately. All right, back to the lunatic.
Spinning, the water will be flying off. This is the so-called elite. They know the Earth is flat.
The elite, right?
And they're laughing at those that believe the lie.
Can you raise the volume up on him?
Which the The video volume is
Video.
low? Really?
Yeah.
All right, that's
Well, I checked this. It's weird because in the for the live chat people, it's kind of it's actually a little bit loudish.
Aha.
But for us, it's very quiet for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Oh shoot! I don't know how to fix that with the OBG software.
I have no idea.
Actually, everything's cranked up in OBG. I'm using. I don't know if you've ever seen Voice Meter. It's a. They have a virtual audio cable and a mixer panel, two separate things, and they're both pretty good. Now let me see. Hold on, I may be able to do something about this. That one is that.
Oh, you got the virtual audio cable? Good.
Yeah, it did. This is I've come a long way since piping the headphone jack to the mic jack.
Those were the
Hey,
goals.
it worked. It worked. So shush.
Oh sure, it worked great. That was a good thing. Okay, here, let's try this. All right, my audio should not be changing right now, but this is piping up the audio in theory, to the Hangout only. We'll play the video and just keep an eye on the.
I'll keep an eye on the live chat.
Yeah. See if it's too loud for him. I don't want it to jump up and down. All right, moving on.
Now just take a look at the ball Earth, or the supposed ball Earth, where the axis is 23.4 degrees.
Yeah.
I'll think vertical. Leads you to 66.6 degrees up horizontal. You think this is just a coincidence? Take a look at this. Earth is supposedly orbiting around the sun and moving at 66,600 miles an hour.
So is the number of the beast now 66,600? I'm not sure. Is it?
Yeah, it's not six. That doesn't say 666, does it?
No, it does not. But apparently,
it's just anything with sixes. Don't question.
All right. I know. I was just getting silly, and he showed a picture of it. He didn't go into the whole CERN thing, saying that their logo was 3 6s.
It was actually 5, but we'll skip over the other 2.
Yeah.
Man, is that didyouknow.com? Wow. Really good.
Well, then they're 3 times as demonic. Don't do the math on that.
The other thing I want to point out here, let's take a look.
And now for something completely different.
Let's take a look at this model. With the Earth supposedly orbiting the sun.
You got there.
And of course, the moon orbiting Earth.
Okay.
While this is all taking place, Earth is supposedly rotating.
He loves that.
Let's take a look at this image here.
I suppose.
Supposedly.
Okay.
Polaris, the North Star.
That looks like Polaris.
Let's take a look at this model here.
I walked straight into that one.
Explain to me, for anybody out there, how is it possible for the North Star or Polaris to remain constant above
Look at your awful
the supposed North Pole
the Earth's
while
axis
it's
is
orbiting
pointing
around
the
the
same
sun?
direction all the time.
It makes absolutely no sense because it doesn't happen. It does not.
I said this. See, no, that doesn't make sense at all. That picture you just brought up there. That's not what we see.
No, it is not.
Also,
and it doesn't
one
mention.
of these days, I got to just pull up Universe Sandbox to demonstrate this.
We can do that. We have the technology.
I mean, you could, but I don't think it's necessary.
And
we can still do it though.
And what is this showing?
Because from that picture you just provided, you would be able to see Polaris from anywhere, right above you.
Yeah,
even from Chile.
Yeah, let's say this is accurate. Let's say this is true and accurate, and that they are actually proposing a model with this, which a model has predictive powers. Let's see, what would, if the Earth is flat, and as you get farther from the what would be north or the center, the circles made by the stars that were farther from that northern point would get larger as you go farther from it. So that's what's shown in this. We're calling it a model, and I'm going to have a drink after this to clear the nasty taste out of my mouth for calling this a model. But even in the picture, showing that the concentric circles centered around the North Star get larger as you move away from it. It is therefore logical that when you pass the equator, which, unless this stops at the equator, this diagram, when you pass the equator, they should continue to get larger. When you're looking at if you're in what we call the southern hemisphere, we should see, when we look up, larger arcs. Even if we can't see the entire circle of the pattern, the arc should get larger. When in reality, if you travel south of the equator and you look south, the star trails, the circles are getting smaller. So if this is proposed as a model, it predicts that the circles would get larger. In reality, they don't. So the model fails. What do you think? Logical?
Pretty much.
Will they accept it?
Pretty much.
Will
No.
they accept? No. Okay.
Not a chance.
Because to head
Stop
south of
using
the
logic.
equator.
Just like use their. That's
Well, to give you a good example, even Antonio, subway rats, now acknowledges that you can see concentric circles when you face due south of the equator, but he still says it's a flat Earth with a dome.
Well, does he say that in the daytime or the nighttime?
Both.
Very good.
I'm sorry.
He takes it all the time.
All right.
Antonio Subway Rats. I'm sorry. I love that name right now. Subway Rats.
Why does nobody pick up my means? It's sewer rats. Sewer rats.
I did not come up with subway rats. I think that was Richard Brumby that did that. So,
Okay.
just to be fair.
Giving credit where credit is due.
Nobody picks up my means.
Very good. Let's jump on the rest of this video like it's chocolate cake.
Not take place. That's simple. Now let's take a look at this.
Again,
like I said, the Earth's supposedly spinning at 1,000 miles an hour at the equator. Gravity holds on the water, and the water is perfectly still. How is this possible?
Wait.
We need to get Desert File in here, right? That thing. We need to use that.
We do. I feel I have to actually ask for permission before doing so. But yes, you're quite right. That would be handy. This is the first season. How could there be reruns already? We've heard this.
Well, to be
Earth
fair,
is supposedly spinning at 1,000 miles an hour.
I've actually asked him permission to use it, and I have yet to get a response. I think that he my personal view on Desert File, he's a great guy, but he only actually interacts with somebody if they go over a certain sub count.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay, that let us not judge. He may be getting thousands of requests from everybody, and he may not see.
Yeah, true.
And if someone's channel has come to his notice, like, oh look, there's one from ooh, I know that person, but it may be that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
gotta
all
get
right.
a partnership then.
Here we go.
Wouldn't you think the water would fly off?
Like
It's not possible.
like off a
People can't
tomato.
grasp reality because all they
baseball.
have been fed are lies. I showed this image before, Under the Dome, by
Oh, the
Stephen
TV
King.
show.
Not this again.
Again, mockery in plain sight.
Now we're just
Truth in
wasting
plain
time.
sight.
Yeah,
Let's
I
look
think
at
we can
this
skip the Under the Dome thing.
space shuttle launch
Oh, look, the rocket
at
trails.
Cape Canaveral in Florida. As I mentioned before, the reason they have these shuttle
You know what
launches
would be a fun game?
supposed shuttle.
And this could actually be a drinking game.
Okay.
How many
Isn't this-
topic changes
sorry,
in 10 minutes?
Wait.
Yeah.
Sorry. Isn't this show in of itself a drinking game?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
So you want to put a drinking game inside of a drinking game?
Within a drinking game. This is an interesting drink. All right. What? Tell
I
us.
do not want to dive out.
Tell us the new game.
I think the game should be every time he does a subject change in less than 30 seconds, you have to drink.
Okay, I see. Although that sounds like a really good idea, it's let's see how long we've been going, over an hour and a half, and we're 22 minutes in. If we throw in,
Another.
I'm not saying for this video. I'm just saying if you ever watch these videos in your personal time, just time how long it takes them to change subjects. And if it's less than 30 seconds, you have to take a drink.
Okay.
That won't end well.
All right.
Wait, you have to drink and respond, or just drink?
No, just drink in your
Oh.
personal.
Okay, that'd make it faster.
Think about how bad that is, though. If you're sitting by yourself, just watching freaking flat tard videos and drinking by yourself.
And it's worse if you're doing that and responding. Like, Jaredism,
What kind of
Jaredism, you're
morons would do
nuts.
that?
What are you talking about, Jared? You're wrong.
What can I say? I'm a masochist.
All right. Well,
Aren't we all?
that might.
What I like.
I see your point. That would dull the pain. I do understand that for medicinal purposes. All right, back to did he already he already said some crap about what it going off on it? Did he say so they could pick it up out of the ocean yet, or is that still coming? I don't think
It's probably still coming.
Yeah, I don't think
it's right over the Curvizon.
Right over. That's where it's going. Over the Curvizon.
It was like, oh, sorry, just that the guy that I responded to when he said, why are they called aeroplanes, not aero curves?
Oh my god.
Yes, that was a good one.
Oh god.
All right, here we go.
Launches into space, off the coast. So basically, these rockets could land right in the water.
Ah, Jesus.
Right in the ocean. That's what it's all about.
It didn't take long.
Later on, again,
where they like to avoid when it's not
the
convenient.
supposed space shuttles, which are nothing more than airplanes coming for a landing.
No,
It is
you need to
moving
go
away from you.
perspective.
Indeed.
Of course.
Yes.
All right, well, he's mere seconds after we started it. It was drop it into the water. Great.
Because they still seem to think that rockets are required to go straight up.
Yeah,
But
that seems to be the case.
I can't remember who said it. It's like, I think it was Red that said it.
Jeranism. It was Jeranism originally.
It's like
At least that's what I remember it.
Yeah, because that means then rockets have to go up, break, turn 90 degrees, and then fire again.
Not to mention,
because he had this. He used to have this, the idea of no gravity in space, meaning that once you get into space, you can just sit anywhere, and then you won't fall back to Earth because reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Or like just sit in
that kind of thing. So you just get up high enough, and then just gravity just stops at a certain point. You get to a certain altitude, and gravity just stops.
Yeah,
because reasons.
There. And the other thing about rockets going straight up, it's building. This is not with rocket engineering experience. So if I'm mistaken, somebody correct me. But I do think it would be a hell of a lot harder to build a nozzle sturdy enough to take the force that you would need to apply to go straight up into space. It could be done, but putting a smaller amount of force out to increase your speed to achieve escape velocity sounds a lot more probable. So it's not just the you have to go up and turn thing. I'm thinking, how much force would you need to apply at continuously to just make it straight up to space? I would think that probably has a lot to do with it as well.
And we have
part of the reason it might be harder is because you're constantly fighting against gravity the whole way up. I mean, directly against gravity. So that would probably make it a bit difficult.
Yeah. Indeed. So, all right. Let's. So he said it. They drop it into the water.
It's like going uphill straight or doing like switchbacks, pretty much.
So yeah. So he's asserting that they drop it into the water, then they go pick it up, dry it off, lift it back up into the air, and then let it come in for a landing. So that's his assertion up to now. That's how the space shuttle did its deception of all of us. Okay, that seems improbable, but okay.
How the hell did it survive the impact of water?
I have to say reasons again.
Because if it went straight in the water at that speed, they would be picking up in pieces. Let's face it.
They wouldn't find pieces.
No, not to mention those pieces would be in the it'd be like sinking into the ocean because of buoyancy.
Come on, you guys! NASA gets paid billions of dollars a day. They can just have another model to go pick up out there somewhere,
So now that's just littering. That's the real evil here.
Oh man, you guys should do conspiracy theory stuff later. It gets bad.
Okay, I'm hesitating to push to play because it's.
Sai, you have one job here, and it is to press the play button.
Yeah,
you can do us all, but no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, you just got served, Sai.
All right. I'm on it.
Right, yeah.
And it was for the benefit of all of you, my friends, that I was hesitating to hit play.
Yeah, damn.
All right, here we go.
It's all edited, fit together for the public. Just take a look at this image as well.
This is what
you
you
really believe
Yeah,
the space shuttle is going to outer space? This
Did you
is
say that was a
completely
painting?
ridiculous. Now let's take a look at this image here, put together by David from deep inside the rabbit hole. Just look at the flight paths.
That mountain of
the
truth.
airlines
is it?
make people take.
Deep inside the rabbit hole.
I recognize this photo. Oh, he's doing nothing again. Really?
Yes, he's doing nothing again.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Planes crossing from
Is that
South Africa to
a topic
Australia.
extremely quick. Now he's going.
That would be, of course, the shortest
paths.
route. Here's the flat Earth model.
On these flight path things, why do they never show the projection on a sphere? They always show on the Mercator and then on the AE. Why never show the sphere one?
It's on a sphere. It's not as sharp of angles and things, but details.
Yeah.
Nobody likes details in flat Earth, really.
Well, if you want to prove your point, you're not going to put something up on the screen that shows your point is crap. I mean, come on, let's give him some credit here.
Yeah.
All right.
Like he states, there's no shortcuts. And of course, UN logo, the same exact thing.
That proves it.
Go to this one website, which is called Flight Radar 24.
Oh.
And it shows all this flight activity worldwide. Interesting enough, you see all these planes flying all over the place. Understand, the northern, so-called northern hemisphere.
Who's hyperventilating? Paper bag it.
And with the flat Earth model, it does not affect flight paths. When you get to the south, that's what.
Oh, he's using the flight radar map. I know what that is.
Were there
I put that on my
comments?
phone.
Were there comments?
Wolfie is a pilot. He actually flies southern hemisphere routes weekly. He's actually gone over this. There's actually two ways of tracking flights. This site, which uses radar and radio data, and then they don't use the satellite telemetry coming from the aircraft, which most flights actually use. I mean, even if you watch these northern hemisphere flights, most of those disappear once they get out of radio range. But
because of the curve of the Earth.
If they actually use the other tracking system, which is based on satellite, all these flights suddenly reappear. Unfortunately, since the FAA doesn't require those flights to use them yet, at least for another 3 years when it becomes a mandatory thing, they don't show it on these websites because you have to pay for access to get into those systems because they're privately run by aircraft companies.
Yeah.
And you're saying that if these websites did have access, then all of a sudden Russian vids would show those in his videos. That's what you're thinking would happen?
Of course he wouldn't show this site at all because they would show all the flights.
Well, satellites don't exist, so there's that.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. So, but what I wanted to get at was, Sean, what you're saying is it's a conspiracy and all the big airlines are in on it, right? That's what you said, right?
It sounded like that.
Oh, God.
Sure, why not? We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Nobody.
That's what I heard.
They want
Nobody's
money
given
for
enough
this access.
attention to Wolfie's videos. Actually, his flat Earth challenge is just fucking balls to the wall. It's hardcore, and it's got so little attention. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, just for the record, the conspiracy here is these companies that use this second system want to get paid for people to have access to it. So that's the conspiracy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And good enough. All right.
Business is a conspiracy.
All right. Remember, yell halt or something if you want to say something so we don't miss it. Here we go.
Where everything's stretched out. This is why you don't see these flights. Take a look here. You'll notice you'll never see, if you go to Flight Radar 24, you'll never see flights in the process of crossing from Southern and South America to South Africa or South Africa to Australia. What I witnessed myself watching it over time is you won't see an actual plane crossing, but right when it reaches land, then all of a sudden it appears on radar. How amazing. We're talking about how the game is rigged with this matrix and why so many can't see or understand what's taking place. Let's look at some of the deceivers. Of course, the public school system is going to teach the ball Earth.
Wait, did you just call? Wait, he is not. That man there is not part of the public school system. No, just no.
You know what? Not as long as I'm alive, he won't be. He wants to be, and so does Ham. So does Ken Ham. But as long as I'm alive, no, they will not be part of the public school system. I know exactly who that was.
When it comes to these so-called Christians.
Oh, and in case anybody doesn't know, who's watching, this would be our friend Ken Hovind, would it not?
It indeed is.
Indeed.
Your eyes do not deceive you. It is he.
Indeed. They offend me, but they do not deceive me.
These truth speakers such as Ken Hovind.
Oh, okay.
This is how they control the Matrix. They're going to have him tell you the
Matrix?
absolute 100% truth.
Hold on.
Yeah.
1 second. I heard mention of a Matrix.
Now, I'm not. I didn't. Rippy, I didn't hear that clear. Say that again.
I heard mention of a matrix.
Yes.
I really need more details about this. This sounds interesting.
And was he saying Hovind is running it?
He's saying that Hovind is helping them run the Matrix with his stuff.
Okay.
What?
So,
Something.
So Hovind
sure,
promoting a 6,000-year-old Earth and Noah's Ark and all that stuff and the flood and whatnot. That somehow is supporting the spherical Earth and gravity. I'm lost here, guys. I have no further comment on this.
You know what? I mean, say what you want about Kent Hovind. At least he's not a flat earther.
Bingo.
That is true. And actually, didn't he say
silver linings?
I think he said that. Ken Hovind in one of his little periodic videos he puts out. I think he said that flat Earth is the same thing he says to everything is that's just stupid.
And He's actually done 3 videos on it.
Yeah, and the first time I heard that, I was like, Jesus, this is the first time you've said that. I agree with you. That is stupid. All right, continuing. We're almost at a half hour. Nice.
But he's not going to tell you the truth about the flat Earth. So many of his presentations, you'll see that globe in plain sight right in front of his desk.
Yeah, he wants to appear scientific.
Again, giving you 95% truth.
Well,
he talks about evolution being a lie.
You know, the quote-unquote flat Earth man right behind them at most times.
Hold on. He just touched on a point that Cy touched on earlier. 95% truth, 5% lies.
Yeah.
Sound familiar?
Yeah.
Well, it's more like 95% truth, 10% lies.
Well, yeah.
And then 1% just nonsense.
Yeah, howdy, Mr. Kettle. It's the pod talking to you. That's what that was.
Yes.
All right, moving on.
When it comes to the ball Earth, he's going to deny it. He's going to deny the Earth is flat. He's going to stick to the ball Earth theory. This is how they operate. Let's take a look at Ken Hovind. He was a member of
there
the
is no
Prophecy
such thing
Club.
as a ball Earth theory.
Okay.
Well, I mean, isn't there?
Show me the curve, and I'll show you a ball Earth theory.
I don't. I don't think anyone has ever bothered to make a spherical Earth theory. I think it's just a basic. That's one of the assumptions we put into other theories.
I mean, I would assume it must be a theory. You know, like in the same way heliocentrism. Heliocentrism is a theory.
I guess.
What?
Well, yeah.
Well,
I think I just blew someone's mind.
Here's the thing: they have working models.
Okay then. The heliocentrism. That's one that's always bugged me as well. Geocentrism, heliocentrism. None of that matters unless you base it on what you're looking at. Geocentric is fine for figuring out how to get to the IHOP. It's great for that.
Assuming it's not like a Polaris.
Perspective into this?
It's not real handy for figuring out how to
perspective.
Okay, that's a win. Geocentrism is not real handy for plotting what trajectory you need to use to get to Mars. For that, you need something a little bigger. Then you move on to the heliocentric. And once we get beyond our solar system, that goes to hell too. So I see no argument between geocentrism and heliocentrism. They're both wrong in certain instances and both usable in certain instances.
I like the one I heard is a guy said, when I'm trying to catch a pop fly, I'm not calculating where Venus is at the time.
Indeed.
Well, I mean, unless you're into that sort of thing.
There is no thing to be into there.
See, I'm such a nerd. I would actually look for Venus.
You're gonna be the one that ends up with a shiner on your face because you missed that pop fly.
Really? And
there you go.
And what time?
That's because Venus
baseball?
is more important. What's baseball?
No. What time are you playing baseball?
Baseballs are spheres, man. Illuminati game.
That would be in the never time.
So do these guys only play hockey because it's flat?
No, because they're in Canada.
Wait a minute. Was that another baseball reference? He made. You guys aren't in with Jeranism, are you? With taking the baseball to Alpha Centauri?
Never heard of it, but you take that back.
Oh, all right.
To never say you guys and journalism into the same thing in the same sentence. Again.
Now, baseball is the one that has that little brown oblong ball thing, right?
That's it. No. Oh wait. The
Yeah,
ball.
no,
The
no.
ball
Yeah,
didn't round.
Sean,
No.
Sean, I'll make this really simple. Baseball's the one where you take a spheroid and then you throw it, and then you take a stick and then you hit the ball with the stick, and then you run around in circles for a little bit, and then that's the game.
And then
If
you get
run around,
angry and chase other people with the stick.
Run around in circles enough, then you win.
Yeah.
So it's golf.
Sort of.
Yeah, it's like golf, except with teams.
All right, I'm not gonna tolerate any more of this conspiracy talk. See, baseball, you play it on a diamond, which is not a diamond; it's really a square, and a square is the base of a pyramid, which is the Freemason symbol. So I'm not going to tolerate any more of this Freemasonry going on. Illuminati crap.
Confirmed.
All right, we're okay.
Hashtag triggered.
All right. Hovind is creeping me out here. We're going to have to move on.
Just keep him away from your kids.
He looks like he's about to kiss you, Sai. Look.
Hey. That's fake, Doctor. That's fake, Dr. Hovind, to you.
Duly noted.
Nothing but a club of deceivers. Pointed this out before on my previous channel. With all the Masonic hand signs. With this one with Dark Marquise.
Masonic hand sign. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, we covered it earlier. Anything you do with your hands, they'll say is a demonic Masonic.
Yeah, go back to that. He's got to be making some Masonic hand signals right there.
Yep, wrong.
You know what? If I ever make videos where I have a camera pointed at me, I'll make sure to make as many demonic and satanic and Masonic hand symbols as possible.
Oh, that's the thing. It doesn't matter. You don't have to go out of your way to make it Masonic.
No, I am going to go out of my way because I want to.
Just watch an episode of Naruto before you go, and you'll be able to do like 30 of them in 2 seconds.
All right. Oh, look, I clicked the thing too far ahead. We're gonna skip.
Masonic.
We're gonna skip a little bit. Oh heck.
David Bowie was a Mason. Look at that.
All right, here we go.
Can't break the record now.
Yeah.
So, why does the news expose this as truth? Understand? People that are awake already realize this. The media is 100% controlled. Some might say, well, what about my preacher? What about my pastor? Why don't they tell me the truth? See the problem here? All the Masonic hand signs.
They all have hands.
Just like all the rest of the deceivers.
Hands everywhere.
These are all Freemasons,
What
all
if my
liars.
preacher has no
The game.
What if my preacher doesn't have hands?
Hey, it's $1 million preacher.
No,
that guy's loaded.
Masonic toe signals.
All right.
Hold on. If a flat earther goes up and sees 2 deaf people talking, are they Masons?
Whoa.
Russian vids would lose his mind if he saw something that didn't use. He'd think it was.
Wait, he has a wait. Sai,
Those people must be a lot
he has a
deaf after that.
Sai, he has a mind.
Well, something is operating his mouth, and as far as I know,
it's called the hamsters, man. Hamsters.
The power of derp.
No. Sean, please, it's not hamsters. It's the mice. We all know this.
Okay.
No, it's the gerbils in the nighttime.
Okay.
Daytime, nighttime.
Daytime.
It's
East to west.
It's
East to west.
It's been a ridiculous amount of time since that's never going to fade, is it?
No, I'm not going to let it.
Hope it doesn't.
That
we're not gonna let it.
No, apparently. And I'm still not quite falling for that story that he had no idea what kind of video that was.
Oh God, he actually used clips of that in one of his most recent videos.
Did he?
Really?
Yes, he did.
Why would he do that?
Because it was intentionally made.
Oh my God. He's already he really was sad he didn't win Dumb Fuck of the Year for 2016. He's just so mad. He's just at it immediately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, like I said, he's coming out both hands swinging this year.
I'll have to keep an eye on him, I guess. There's a decent committee to keep an eye on such things.
Is there?
Yeah, did Red not pick his crew yet for video selection?
I don't know.
Not yet.
Aha, okay. All right. Well, let's get back to Goofball here. We've got all these demonic signs here. Okay, so one figure.
Yeah, I have a question. Like, what do these signs mean? He says, like, yes, they're demonic, but I mean, does it mean something, or is it just like generally evil-ish?
Well, from the guy on the screen now, I'm guessing all of these signs mean thanks for your money. I'm guessing.
It's speaking in sign language to other Freemasons.
That's that.
Okay.
This is that guy. This is that televangelist or super church dude. What the hell's his name? He blocked me.
No idea.
He blocked me on Twitter after like 30 seconds.
He looks a lot like a Jerry Seinfeld, actually.
He does.
Now, what's the deal with you guys not giving me your money?
You know what? I am sure he sounds exactly like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Question: Was that supposed to be Jerry Seinfeld or Christopher Walken?
Yeah, I melded those two. I've been drinking. Sorry.
It kind of sounded like a bastardized child of both of them.
It was. I fucked up there. My bad.
Not at all. We'll blame it on Russian vids. Nobody should have to drink this much. Okay.
Blame it on perspective.
It's 100% rigged. Just look at John Higgie's hands here, the devil horns. Take a look at this hand sign that he does twice here. Just like Anton LaVey. These are all Satanists. When the Bible states Satan deceives the world, that is very literal, as you can see. So the people that go to church, that attend services, they don't hear the preacher say 9/11 is not what we're told. Sandy Hook was a hoax. What happened in Paris, France is a hoax. This is because all those involved.
What's really funny about all this? When he's showing all these hand signs, he's not putting the conversation into context. There's usually a reason to do those hand signs, and it's usually related to what they're saying.
Normally, and the other thing is, we're thinking now. I'm guessing it would take us the entire 4-hour vid to get to such a conclusion. But since we know no such conclusion is forthcoming, there's no need for that. How does any of this indicate a flat Earth? I mean, the title is "The Earth is Flat." The title of the video, and we've got 9/11 hand signs. I'm not seeing it. How does this go to
66666 on CERN?
Yeah. And
Sorry, the guy's name is Joel Osteen.
Joel Osteen. That's him.
Yes.
Yes. He blocked me pretty quick, but and Ken Ham finally got around to blocking me after so long. After saying,
well, I mean, he doesn't
pay
attention.
That's what he said. He said, I don't read the comments. It's his own personal advertising agency. Well, apparently, whatever interns he has doing it, he's put them to work recently because a whole bunch of people have been blocked. So if anybody's not too thrilled with good old Kenny Ham, the hashtag is Ken Ham, all one word. So
hey, I'm proud to be blocked by Hovind. So
I'm not. I'm not blocked by wait, which Hovind? Eric or Kent?
Oh, either one really. They're practically the same person.
Oh, but
Kent.
But Eric is so darn friendly.
Is he?
He is. Yes, he's. He will.
I remember you. I saw something from you that you got to talk with him for a little while.
Oh well, it wasn't talking with him. It was on.
Oh well.
He does webinars every once in a while.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah, and it was we did in the comments, and he reads comments and responds to them. But he's very big with the inviting atheists to come talk because I guess he's got hopes of giving them enough evidence to convert or something.
Unless you're Thunderfoot.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't work out. That probably wouldn't work out. But yeah, he's one of the cheerier ones. Anyway, and actually, I think his dad is not too. I'm surprised he's doing the blocking thing.
Well, I asked about the whole.
Not the conflict with his son.
No,
okay.
That actually that was something different. It was the free will versus God knowing everything, and he blocked me.
Oh, well.
Oh yeah, that.
Come on, he's got to keep the money coming in somehow, and there's no good argument against that. All right, back to the demonic hand signs.
Is that a positive claim? Do you know that for absolute certain?
No. You know what? Let me turn it into a negative so I don't have to. So I don't have to prove it. Or I got a better idea. let's let the silliness continue.
All of TV is 100% controlled. And again, this is how they control the Matrix. This is a topic I covered on my previous channel last year.
Okay.
With the connection with the Falkland Wars and Deception Island, just north of Antarctica. You get a little bit of a close-up. And this is Deception Island here. Let's look at the relative closeness. If I can find it here.
Relative closeness.
The tip of South America. Let's look at the Falklands.
I don't live far from Hell, Michigan, so the name means everything,
And
I
the
guess.
South Georgia Islands.
Hell
If I
freezes
can
over
find
every
it.
year.
There we go. The South Georgia and South Sandwich Islands.
Okay.
Which of course are ruled by the Brits.
Okay.
And like I stated in my previous video last year, this is
honestly.
basically a strategic point. Let me back up here a little bit so we get a better idea.
Yeah, what's your point?
This is something I want to get into again.
Wait, where was the point? What
Wait
the hell
for
was
it.
that?
The point was that the South Sandwich Islands aren't sandwiches. Therefore,
Okay. All right.
Back in time to the Falkland Wars in 1982.
Okay.
So I stated many times the world is a stage. What was the Falkland Wars all about?
Well, the fact that
And I
Argentina
believe,
invaded
again,
the
this is
Falklands
just-
Island. What the fuck? It's
yeah,
well
yeah.
documented.
Yeah, Jonathan, I figured you'd want to cover that one.
A strategic point, the closest point to Antarctica, to the ring. Of all the
Yeah, but
continents,
it's like
this is
Conrad Logic covered this about like to stop people from discovering the truth, and essentially how many ships they would need to patrol that amount of space.
Yeah, and even if there are that many ships, they're not that effective because there's people going.
Because it's like how many ships? Then there's the people who build them.
Well, I mean, honestly, you don't need so many ships because you got sharks with freaking laser beams on their foreheads.
Shark with freaking laser beams.
Well, at least we got to his point. The whole reason for that little war was to stop people from going to Antarctica. Okay, all right. At least I see where he tied it together.
basically their base. I'm just taking a look at the UK overseas territories, and I find it pretty interesting. Like I said, with
You
the
find everything
Falklands,
interesting.
you know, the South Georgia Islands, and they have this territory in red.
That's interesting.
Part
Also.
of their territory. Again, this is the strategic point. Talking about the royal family, the so-called elite that run this world, that own this world. Take a look at the U.S. Of course, you have New York. New York is in England. New Hampshire. You go to
how are those
Australia
lines on that
even.
map straight if the Earth is curved? Checkmate.
All right, and actually, he's right. A lot of towns over here are named after places in England. There's a good reason for that. We came from there first.
Still owned and controlled by England. Don't let them fool you and make you believe they're independent and sovereign. The New South Wales, Queensland, of course, all the
New
territories
South
in
Wales.
Africa that the royals own. Now let's take a look at this when it comes to Russia. So again, when I talk about the royal family owning it all,
What the fuck?
you see the connection
no
with the
idea
royal
what the
family and Russia, going back in time with the Romanovs, and again taking a look
Wow,
at the
people
UK
are friends
overseas
with other
territories.
people.
Yes, that pretty much proves it, I guess.
Basically, they all should be marked red. Here's something I found interesting, of course.
Very interesting.
The Scottish Rite and Freemasonry
go.
of the UK. Take a look at the Russian coat of arms. Do you see the similarities? And how people can't see how they all connect and how the
Oh
world
man,
is.
it's a good thing Cryo left.
We
before
should.
he started saying this stuff.
We should, I had no idea this was coming. I should have brought up all the flags of all the countries that employ either an eagle, a caricature of an eagle, or some sort of bird. This is just insane. Belgium uses a bird.
The stage.
Wait,
Getting
on
back
the-
on topic
yo,
with
in
Deception
other
Islands,
news-
just take a look.
Oh, I'm sorry. What
Fucked. In other news, fuck tons of flags use red, white, and blue in some kind of combination.
Oh, yeah.
They're all in on it.
Sounds
also
like
3 stripes.
Sounds like a conspiracy to me.
Yeah.
My country has
Just to be clear though, Liechtenstein doesn't use eagles or red or white or blue in their flags. So,
so they're cool then.
Okay.
Good job, Liechtenstein, I guess.
So it's like my country's flag. We use green, white, and red, and we got a big ass dragon on our flag. We're cool.
that is pretty cool. I'll give you that.
A dragon on
Very
a flag.
metal.
A dragon on a flag. I like.
Yeah, it's metal as fuck.
Metal as fuck. I like that.
That's one of those phrases that's gonna stick with me, and I'll probably use at some point in the next couple of years.
You should, because it's metal as fuck. Say that.
That's their new motto.
Here we go.
Get this image here. This unusual island. Let's take a
totally
look.
Brutal.
To be a whaler's colony.
Okay.
I found this pretty interesting.
Interesting.
Take a little close-up look at this.
Okay.
What do you see?
You know what's
A little
interesting? This is the most Russian
Illuminati
things I've ever subjected myself to. You're an asshole.
Damage to the brain beginning already.
I
lobotomy after this.
Jesus, I don't know if any of you are looking at a clock, but we've been subjected to this for 2 hours and 13 minutes.
Some of us might be subjected to radiation poisoning. Just be careful. I think we need a Geiger counter.
All right. Maybe the next major point of fuckery that comes out of his mouth, we'd want to call it, and then go back and do that 6-second test. So everybody keep an eye out for it. Not a little thing. Not like the fact that this statue is sort of pointy and pyramids are sort of pointy, therefore, flat Earth, but something big. So the next big one, we'll call it and go back and do the 6-second test.
Sounds good.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Pyramid, and these look like obelisks. So what's the deal with this? This is pretty interesting stuff.
Interesting.
We're taking a look at Wikipedia's page on Deception Island, which I find pretty interesting.
Oh, Deception
You get down to the history of it,
Interesting.
where it states in the history the first authenticated sighting of Deception Island was by British sealers William Smith and Edwards Bransfield. This was back in January 1820. And we talk about the explorer, the American sealer Nathaniel Palmer. I found this pretty interesting. In November of 1820, Palmer remained for 2 days exploring the Central Bay. Palmer was the first to name the island Deception. And interesting enough, there's no official explanation why they call it Deception Island. I find that very interesting.
It's just a name.
That's
Like I
interesting.
stated, we live on a flat Earth.
Insert random reason
And
here
this
that
is
fits my
part of the
conspiracy.
deception. The closest point, this island to Antarctica, which is the ring around the world. So you can forget about the supposed Antarctica Treaty from back in
not this shit
1961. The world's a stage
Supposed Antarctica.
owned and controlled by the
It is
bloodlines.
that.
Take a look at the occult of this Antarctica Treaty meeting from back in 2007. You got the triple X's, like I said before in Pythagorean numerology.
Oh,
This
shit.
is a hidden code for 666. And again, you look at the dates here. It's on the 30th to the 11th. In numerology, the
Last I
0
checked,
doesn't mean anything. You
3X's
got
meant
3 and 11.
Yeah.
Deep cult of Freemasonry. Highest
They are
degree
not
of Scottish
following
Rite
the
of
Triple X rule
33.
right there. I'm sorry.
All right.
Hey, that's a good
Russian
triple X
bits
rule.
rated X.
All right. Was that enough? Was that dumb enough to call it? You guys decide, because I'm numb from the stupid, and it's not the beer because I've only had one mug of truth so far. It's not even done. So
I haven't.
Then you've been not drinking as much as you're supposed to be.
I'm at the damn console. I have to remain, somewhat. It's like I don't ride the motorcycle after having a drink. So, anyway.
Look, stop trying to apply this. Stop trying to. Don't apply logic to this situation. You know it's not going to work.
I'm sorry. It's kind of built. It's one of my biases. Everybody has biases. I'm sort of biased towards logic, so a little bit. Anyway, what say you?
Let him
ramble on or kill it. 6-second test.
6-second test.
Yeah, let's do it.
I go for
let's
that.
6-second it.
And everybody remember.
And I vote we don't. I vote we don't come back to this video. This is just too much. He's changing topics every 10 seconds now.
I will second.
You know what? Normally, I would, not agree with, just getting away from a video before it, anywhere near the end. But this thing is 4 hours long, and he has yet to make any kind of point. He just kind of says a thing, and then
next thing.
Can we just skip
it.
to the end and
And
see
then-
what he says?
I'm gonna. we could, but that. If
sorry, skip the last 10 seconds. Let's see what happens.
All right, let's get up here.
Okay,
Sai,
What could possibly go wrong?
There it is.
Before
Sai,
Before
Andy,
you do that,
Andy from the chat outside is saying your volume is off, Sai.
before we do that,
What? Like you can't hear me, or the volume of the whole thing?
I don't know. I'll have to wait for a reply for that.
before we go to the end, though, think about this really, really hard.
Okay.
What is our standard pattern for these videos? They usually come up with like rapid fire bullshit for like the last minute to 2 minutes, and we take an hour just to go through their outro.
All right. So you're saying, why don't you know? How about this as a suggestion? I will review the rest of the video, and then I will talk offline to various ones of you and tell you what I found, and then you'll decide if we should go back to it. How's that?
Okay, yeah, we'll use you as a sacrificial lamb to watch this whole damn video.
Well, I'm volunteering. If you think that'll be a good idea, I'm volunteering for the task.
You know what? If you need to, I got some free time this weekend. If you need to, I can watch through it.
It's more of a. Are you willing to tolerate the cycle?
I'm sacrificing myself for your sins. Okay,
All
just
right.
accept it.
Very good. All right, let's do the 6-second test.
I died to save you from this. I just want to let you know.
You're a good guy, aren't you?
I try.
Speed up the video up to 400 times. That might make
That's another possibility. All right, let's drag it back to the beginning. Is the stopwatch at the ready?
It is indeed.
All right.
Hold on just 1 second. I need to.
Is it after the Neil deGrasse Tyson bit? We're starting the clock.
Yes. To be fair, because we're taking that as his title scene, because he didn't do this one when I didn't cut this. We're starting right where he starts. I'm not starting in.
We'll count that as an intro. We'll count that as the intro.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
explain to me why Neil deGrasse Tyson's here. I missed the first part of this.
Is this where he mentions the pear shape? Let me guess.
Yes. He talks about how the Earth is. He talks about how it's oblate first, and then mentions it bulges slightly, and then that's it.
A little tip at the bottom.
Yeah, and then Russian Vids cuts to a picture of an actual pear with the map superimposed. So yeah, that's why he's here. But all right, yeah. As soon as he cuts away from Neil deGrasse Tyson, that's when he starts, and then we'll apply the 6-second rule.
You know what? You just say when, and I'll. I got the stopwatch on the button here, so you just tell me when he cuts away from it, and I'll press the button.
Okay, here we go.
So you spin, when you spin pizza dough, it kind of flattens out. Yeah. Gets wider in the middle. And so Earth, throughout its life, even when it formed, it was spinning. And it got a little wider at the equator than it does at the poles. So it's not actually a sphere. It's oblate. And officially it's an oblate spheroid. That's what we call it. But not only that, it's slightly wider below the equator than above the equator.
A little chubbier.
Yeah. Chubby's a good way. It's like pear-shaped. Now.
So Neil deGrasse claims the Earth is shaped like a
forget
pear.
it. We don't even need it.
No, we don't even need it.
We do not even need it. And
he smashed it down.
What this means?
Yeah, I got -2 seconds.
I'm not entirely sure that's possible. This was pretty much immediate, which means that he is going to take the prize for the most immediate call for drink, beating the previous record of 6 seconds by 6 seconds. What this means is, and you remember the rules to this little contest, is that whoever brings up the video that beats the 6 seconds, and this one sure as hell did, they get the prize from us, which is the Darwin fish, and the good one, not the crappy one with the magnets, so that you can stick it to your car and it's not gonna rip the paint off when you move it. And that honor goes to none other than Phillip DuPont, who recognized this video as one that we would find extremely painful.
So wait, I thought the beating the 6 seconds was they would last longer than 6 seconds before we had to call drink on their bullshit.
Oh no, it was the opposite. It was which one?
Yeah, it was opposite way.
Yeah, which one would be so frighteningly stupid, so quickly to beat the 6 seconds. Because we were shocked with 6 seconds in.
Yeah, that was out to be.
Yeah, and immediate. I think that's a winner. I will message Mr. DuPont and indicate that he has in fact won the prize, get an appropriate shipping address, and ship that right out to him. And that will be cool. All right.
I'm gonna give him just give him a round earth of applause. Just
a round earth of applause. I do like that.
There we go.
All right.
Thank you. I will be walking out. I'll be here all week, except for when I go to hell at the end.
Try to.
Thank you.
Got it. All right. Well, let us. Good. We congratulate Philip. And on that, does anybody have any other comments? Anything you'd like to add?
Make it
Somewhere in the Hangout chat, I found a great flat Earth meme with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Okay, I heard that kind of roboting a bit.
There were at least 5 words in there.
There were definitely more than 5 words.
Okay, you're coming through a bit better now.
I didn't catch them.
Just because you didn't do damage first.
Just don't worry about it.
Is he at a basketball court?
Hard to tell.
Maybe it's a baseball court.
Wait, that's not with the ball that ain't round, is it?
It might be oblate.
It could very well be. All right. On that note, Jonathan, did you want to throw anything in about your latest vid that about the party that angered you so? Feel free.
Oh, it's just insanity, that pile of misery. Well, he left a comment on like my personal thing. He says he asked me how my mum was and to give her a shout. I've been through a lot this year. I mean, quite a personal problem. I lost my father pretty much a year ago today, and I'm not in the mood to put up with that kind of shit. And he kind of demonstrates that's something I expect from like a 6-year-old kid who plays Call of Duty. As I mentioned in my video, that's going too far. We can talk about each other's intelligence as much as we like, but don't bring everybody else's family into it.
I do understand why you were a bit angry with that. Quite understandable. All right. On that note, thank you all for coming and suffering through that crap. And everybody watching, thanks for watching, commenting. It's been great once again. I do hope to see you all next week. And with that, I'm guessing it's time to bring in.
Bye from Robotland.
Oh, and he's perfectly clear now.
I'd love for you to do a little animation actually of just Pug just getting up and throwing his popcorn on. Well, this shit.
I don't know if I mentioned it. You can't really tell pugs what to do. They just do. So,
yeah, just do it.
All right, here we go, guys.
Oh, that's good.
Partly I was loud.